Welcome to SWE Overflow 2026 Demo Day. SWE Overflow is our annual flagship hackathon that we have been running annually for the past 3 years, since 2024. I am Harrison Kim. I am one of your hosts today, along with my colleagues Domenico and Nicole, and a few others that might join later. This demo day will be recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube eventually. Some household matters I want to go over. First is please rename your Zoom screen name so that either your project name or company name shows up as well as your name. So you can see my name, Miston Labs, Pipe Harrison Kim. Um, cool. And also, my colleague Nicole will help you promote you from attendee to panelist. Uh, when it's almost your time to present. That means as a panelist, you'll be able to share your screen and speak on the mic and turn on your webcam. Okay, so I'll continue. Let me just hide this part. All right. So first, I want to thank all our sponsors for making SWE Overflow possible. Without our sponsors, it would have been very difficult to deliver an overflow like this year after year. So thank you. And you have Walrus, DeepBook, OpenZeppelin, OtterSec, and Scallop. Walrus is our headline partner and track sponsor. Walrus is the verifiable data platform for AI and on-chain finance, powering Walrus Memory, the portable memory layer for AI agents. Uh, Basically, it will be the infrastructure that will be needed in a world where it's shifting to AI, where you need persistent memory. So check out Walrus if you haven't. DeepBook is a track sponsor, and DeepBook is SWE's on-chain liquidity layer powering institutional-grade spot, margin, and prediction markets. The DeepBook team is constantly shipping new features to make your finance DeFi experience better on SWE. OpenZeppelin. If you're in Web3, it's almost impossible to not know this company. They're one of the leading auditing companies in Web3. And they will be the first prize sponsor for the DeFi and payments track. Sorry, OpenZeppelin. Sorry, I got confused. OpenZeppelin has a huge background in Ethereum world, and they are now um, coming into SWE and Move and providing more value on the Move ecosystem. Sorry, OtterSec is the auditing firm that I was referring to, and they will be the third prize sponsor for the DeFi and payments track. Again, if you're looking for auditing firm, then OtterSec is possibly your number one go-to auditing firm. Scallop, a very special team as well because they started from hackathons on SWE and now they are a sponsor for Overflow. So Scallop is the next generation money market for the SWE ecosystem, and they emphasize institutional grade quality, enhanced composability, transparency, and robust security. They're a huge advocate for students, so this year they are sponsoring the University Award. Of course, we also want to thank all the judges as well as you who are joining us from over 60 countries that have submitted your projects for this free overflow. So this year, as you can see, we've basically held same amount of registration, individual registrations as last year. Um, but in terms of number of projects submitted, we had more projects this year than last year. And this, I believe we can thank the improvement and development of AI tools, making it easier for us to ship more projects in a shorter amount of time. And this year, as opposed to 9 tracks that we had last year, this year we have 4 tracks, 2 core tracks and 2 specialized tracks. The 2 core tracks are agentic web, DeFi, and payments. Specialized tracks, we have Walrus and DeepBook. Some project submission insights we'd like to share with you. So we've mostly had a very even spread in terms of track submissions across these 4 tracks, with Walrus taking a slight lead over the others. But more or less, these are, I believe, fairly even spread. We have, so for the core track prizes, we'll have first to fourth places at these prize amounts. And for the specialized tracks, you have these 4 places with those amounts. For extra bonus awards, we have University Award to recognize top 10 performing university teams. The rule is that at least 50% of your team composition must be university students with an active university email domain. And for the winners, for the eligible winners, they'll be receiving $250,000 in value for support and audit credits and so forth. So the structure and schedule for demo day. We have 38 projects performing or pitching across these 2 demo sessions. Currently, we're in our second demo session, and each session will be 3 hours long. So session 1, we've already completed this. We had Agentic Web and Walrus projects presented already. And session 2, which is this session. So over the next 3 hours, we'll be seeing projects submitted for the DeFi and payments track and the DeepBook track. Next up, we have DeFi and payments track Brisk. So Team Brisk, you can unmute.
Hi.
Hello, Thanos, very cool name. Can
Hi,
you
yeah.
share your
Uh,
screen?
yeah. Okay.
All right.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, we can hear you. We can see your screen. We can see you. You can take it away
Perfect.
when you're ready.
Perfect. Hi, everyone. I'm Thanos, and I'm presenting you the Brisk. Brisk isn't just a complete solution for everyday peer-to-peer transfers. It's also a pluggable payment gateway that lets businesses and retail shops accept payments in digital currencies. What's broken with payments now? Traditional card networks skim 2% off every sale, and settlement takes days. Pay with crypto has meant users dealing with gas fees, managing seed phrases, copy-pasting long addresses, a real UX friction. For retail merchants specifically, there's currently no easy way for them to manage crypto payments alongside tax compliance, reporting, inventory management. Those are exactly the pain points Brisk is built to remove. We are announcing the first ever crypto native payment gateway built in already an established retail ERP. We're partnering with Effective's Merchant Home System, an ERP already running in hundreds of merchants and processing hundreds of thousands of transactions every day. Brisk now acts as the payment gateway inside the system businesses already use, pluggable. No separate tools, no new workflow, tax-ready receipts and reporting come out the same way they always have. The flow is pretty simple. The retail shop starts the sale through the POS they already use. The sale is pushed through Brisk to a mobile device running Brisk, which is ready to accept payments via NFC, tap, or QR scan. Payment settles in under 1 second in the Sui network, completely feeless. Brisk then sends the transaction details back to the ERP for processing. I'm gonna show you live the whole flow. So here I have the ERP and, of course, 2 devices. One acting as the merchant's provider's Brisk app, and the other as the customer's one. So here we have the app waiting for a sale. So I'm going to open the terminal, the ERP terminal. I'm going to add the product and I'm going to select Brisk as a payment method. This instantiates the payment. Here you can see the app already receives it, and the customer, in order to pay, just click taps if the device is unlocked. Yep, confirm and pay, and everything is settling. And we see that the ERP is already updated, the sale is over, and we can actually verify that everything went on chain and correctly because we can see the actual tax billable invoice with the transaction digest printed on it. We can verify very easily through Swisscan that this transaction digest is actually the one the customer paid with for here. Everything verifiable, everything on chain, very easily, very quickly, very natively. Apart from that, we didn't only build the retail flow, we built a full, complete payments product. We have seamless onboarding with Web2, UX, ZK login, sponsored transactions. We support both NFC and QR scanning, native flows, as easy as Apple Pay. We can send money to a username or a SWINS domain. No need to remember long addresses. We have reusable expired payment links for remote payments, actually. We can issue gift cards without the escrow needing. We can have idle balance earning yield on a lending protocol. We can have private accounts, till accounts. This is what we have already built. We are testing it now. And we are moving towards the actual implementation for the mainnet and the merchants to have it as a possibility to pay as well. Thank you. That's all.
All right. Thank you, Thanos from Brisk. Any questions from the judges? All right. We have a question from Domenico. Please go ahead.
Yeah, guys. First of all, nice presentation to the presenter so far. Very nice products. I have a question about, let's say, the handling from the merchant side. So, what payment do they receive first of all? Is it USDC, stable coins, or are they also, or do they have a flow to withdraw fiat?
For now, we have only USDC. We have our on backlog to have also fiat and on-ramp off-ramp chain as well before moving to mainnet, of course, because it's a core flow for the users. For now, it is USDC. It's completely feeless on Sui. Yeah.
Okay. One last question about the user flow when you need to pay. What do you pay with? Do you have an application? Do you scan QR codes? I'm not sure if I
You
saw
can
it.
pay with your mobile app. We have a mobile app. Brisk is a mobile app. You can tap the NFC and pay. You can scan the QR code, and if you have the app downloaded, you are prompted deep linked inside the app and pay with that. Or you can pay with browser as well. You have a browser flow for the users that don't have actually the app installed.
Okay.
Of course,
Yeah,
with QR codes, the browser flow. Yeah.
that's great. Yeah, no more questions from my side. Thank you, Thanos.
Thank you, Domenico.
All right. Any other questions? Going once, going twice. All right. Thank you, Thanos from Brisk.
Thank you very much.
Next up, we have Dugong. So, Team Dugong, please share your screen and your webcams. And unmute yourself too. All right. I can see your screen.
Okay.
All right. Please start when you're ready.
Okay, well, I will start. Okay. Um, getting into crypto today needs a wallet app, shift file, and usually a friend to walk you through it. We do go delete all of that. We do go your each account the so wallet and you is by doing one thing that already do every day. You just treat something like this. Okay, let me uh show you something. Me want to send 10 token to LAN land. He just he mentioned Dugong send 10 UEG to land. That is holding. It's settled on Sui in second, and here is the part of matter. Lang doesn't have a wallet. Yes, and doesn't matter. We create one for her automatically, and she got paid before she ever shut up. Let me show you. And full wallet, uh, your full wallet is not just a send token. We support two feature that's a version market and reward campaign. On the log event in the section will be in the dashboard. This is next. Uh, for the trust environment, we use Nautilus to verify on the logic and to ensure uh, my team do not tamper the access of the user. Let's see. This is on the architecture in my Dugong. So you can see Nautilus include in step 3 is for verify choice, pair intent, and return side response for the user. So we can ensure everything logic will be verified on Nautilus and will not tamper the data for the user. So why will we show it? Because this distribute for hundreds of million wallet are hacks because the full user always do wrong read the wallet to them. Uh, zero setup step, one tweet per action, and infinity built in variety. You can build many things. So let me show you some feature like that. I will mention Google Wallet and send 0.0 DUG to this account. Report it. Then the swing work. At this time, my application webhook will look up the this content and process rave logic send money in the Nautilus. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, those process is on chain and come back to the Nautilus, and I can some feature I can create a market like German will win the World Cup 2026, and somebody will this, and then Dugon will reply with the notification market created. German will win the World Cup, and anyone want to join the predict, they will follow the button like this account. You can see. Sorry, you can see my screen. Sorry. Oh, okay. Dugon wallet ready. 0.1 DOG on no. Yes. And finally, because we currently know have Oracle, we show the owner will show this like Dugong Wallet will show no this creator market. And the second feature is a campaign like contact one choose about Dugong Wallet reward top three reply to this trick with 0 bond.ug is account. You can see. And some account will show this. Yes.
All right, that is time. Thank you. Looks like a very user-friendly or onboarding easy product. Very cool. Any questions from the judges? All right, Domenico.
Yeah, one question from my side as well here. First of all, I would like to ask from the event in which, let's say, a user doesn't have an account on your application, where are the funds stored before he can claim the funds? Is it in a smart contract that is controlled, let's say, by team, or how does it work?
Yes, currently, when you create an account, you need to the Nautilus enclave will verify by using the API from Twitter to verify that his account is in the tweet and is it from the user A or not, and is he have the signature from the enclave that his signature is that account. So after that, we can submit the transaction and we have that this account is matching with the handle name.
Hmm. Okay. Okay, so they're stored in the, let's say, some secure smart contracts for the enclave as well. You check signatures for the enclave. Okay. Okay. Another question. By the way, nice presentation, guys. Sorry if I didn't mention this. What do you use for feed for predict? What is like your feed, your REST API or whatever? Well, what's your source of truth?
My sort of chart is using the Twitter API too. For example, the people submit the transaction like somebody to want to send some money to wait to weak handle name. So the my enclave will part it and then have the payload that the user A want to send amount of the money to the user B, and then we will have the signature from the enclave to verify on chain after the transaction is complete. And so this is my flow. The same with the create.
I mean, for predict, for example, I bet, will this go to X, yes or no? What do you use to determine if it will go to X? Some APIs, or how does it work for
Now,
predict?
in the play of the market, currently the owner of the tweets create a market can
Mhm.
slow it. For example, to create, you need to trust the create right now because, for example, we have contact or some people like this, and you trust this, and after on of the player predict, the owner of the Twitter can resolve it yes or no, and this is the final reason.
Okay, so you're trusting the tweet creator, right? In this case.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yes. So, yeah. So,
Uh,
yeah. So,
yeah.
okay. Yeah. For information. Yeah. In the future, we will integrate some Oracle information from Cassie or Polymarket for the future prediction market because these APIs is too hard to register with them to interact with my app. Yeah, it's a big barrier for me in for my team. Yeah.
Okay. One last question. Is it in the plan or do you already support multiple coins or is it only DOG?
Currently, my app supports Sui, Dugong, Walrus, and USDC. And I think in the near future, if the people request some another coin, we can add it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys.
All right. Thank you for those questions. Because of time, we'll have to move on to the next team. Team Full Metal. You can turn on your webcam and your screen. Okay, I can see you.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Great, now I have to share my screen.
I'm just waiting for your screen.
Yeah. Shit. Can you see it?
Yes, now I can see your screen. All right, so you can start whenever you're ready.
Okay, so I'll start now. Okay. So Full Metal is building the missing collateral efficiency layer for institutional finance. Trillions of dollars of collateral lie completely idle in the OTC derivatives market. Over-the-counter contracts are bilateral bespoke contracts used by institutions. For context, say Goldman creates a forward directly with Citadel. So in traditional finance, all big money derivatives trades are in the OTC market as opposed to the exchange. Both the markets face similar collateral management issues, but the scale of the problem is much larger for OTC. So, as you can see, OTC derivatives has all these intermediaries. All these disconnected layers lead to high cost, administrative complexity, slow settlements, siloed collateral, and extreme capital inefficiency. The institution posting the collateral has no control over this huge locked margin and earns nothing. So, we replace this dated stack with just a single protocol on chain. Full Metal offers a full stack OTC derivatives execution and settlement venue that uses risk responsive margin rehypothecation and cross margining to maximize collateral efficiency. So let's create our desk. I'm done with the details. The desk is called Swisterhood. Login and we create the desk on chain. And this is a testnet demo, by the way. So yeah, first we load funds from the faucet. And by the way, I've just uh, preloaded some positions and contracts only to give you an idea about what the management dashboard experience looks like. So yeah, so you can adjust trader limits and manage your positions. So we're actually going to create two contracts. Use direct if you already have a counterparty. So I'm going short, strike 160, 1 unit SpaceX with Cumberland. Also, we'll rehypothecate the collateral to DeepBook margin because Suiland and Navi are integrated only in the mainnet version. So if you don't have a counterparty, you request for quote. I'm going here SpaceX 1.5 units and the maker gives the price. Also, these are forwards, but you could choose perps or hybrids, and the difference is forwards have a commitment period, a perp doesn't. A perp uses a funding fee, and a forward doesn't. It converges to the settlement anyway. So, yeah, the quotes are in. Yeah, I'm just going to accept Galaxy Digital for some variation. So you see the same variation margin pool is used to settle all positions and for portfolio health. And with some modeling, even the initial margin requirement can be reduced. So what I'm going to do is show you the risk responsive rehypothecation now. I'm going to simulate a crash. So each venue has its own risk adapter separately, but this crash indicator is actually triggered for asset volatility. So yeah, we see here is the point where all the funds will get recalled before things get really, really bad. And EWMA just means more weightage is given to recent prices in the volatility calculation. It's okay, we're losing money because we have more long. I bought 1.5 units of longs. Let's calm the market. And you see the collateral is redeposited to DeepBook. Okay. So here's a bit about me and how I got into DeFi last year. And in conclusion, I really do believe that the starting point for replacing legacy financial rails is the OTC derivatives market because this is one niche where the current system is so messy, so clunky and so exclusionary that institutions would be willing to bypass the typical consumer inertia that has come in the way of adoption of blockchains on a wider scale. Yeah, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Full Metal team. All right, Domenico. Oh, wait. Actually, let's let Raf ask his question first.
Right. Hi guys. Thanks for the presentation, Andrea. The UI looks really slick. So my question is, between you in your current position right now, your at, and maybe the first 10 users, what is an assumption that you took on, for something for your app to take off? What is an assumption you base on, if any?
Assumptions, as in, what do you mean by that? Like,
So like right now you are trying to bridge the gap between OTC, right? Is there an assumption you made in order for your app to properly take off to the mass users? Is there an assumption? It's okay if there's no assumption. I'm just curious.
so like, I think the assumptions are more on the risk modeling side of it, where, for instance, and that's only once you actually start onboarding the clients, you know that, okay, how much is the collateral value they're posting? If it's very huge compared to the liquidity on the venue you're rehypothecating it to, it's going to be a problem. So it's something like, the idea is that having a huge number of users is not a problem. You can start with 3 to 5 desks also, but the thing is, you have to see what the values they are trading on there, and then kind of iterate on the parameters for the risk at least. Yeah, that's kind of the assumption right now. There's parameters set for just showing the demo as quickly as possible, but I think the next 1 month I'm going to spend on like doing these simulations for what the correct values would be for each use case.
All right. Thank you.
Okay, and Dom, you get one question, and then we got to move on.
Yeah, one quick question. In the crash simulation, what were you actually like simulating? Is it like landing or protocols, hacks, losses, whatever can happen inside the protocol? Is it the collateral at risk?
Got it. So, I was simulating the volatility of the SpaceX stock. That is what I was simulating. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah, I was simulating the volatility of
worry.
SpaceX stock, and there's venue-wise risk too. But for this demo, what I was showing you is a volatility calculation for the trigger.
Okay, so you weren't like simulating cases in which the platform where you deposit the collateral, let's say, to put it to work at work, you weren't simulating that, right? For example,
No,
if
I was simulating like when the market is getting really turbulent. That time, what happens is, if the asset value is fluctuating a lot and your money is stuck inside the venue, then you will have problems in settlements. And so that's what I was simulating. I haven't simulated if DeepBook suddenly fails or something like that. So this simulation, I have the code on the back end, but that's like a little more difficult to show in a demo. But yeah, I was showing if the asset price fluctuates, then compared to USDC, then the settlement will get really messed up with the counterparty. So to make sure that the protocol stays liquid, you bring back the funds. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Richard.
All
That's it
right.
from my side.
Thank you. And
Okay.
thank you, Hadrija from Full Metal. Next up, we have Mohit from Node Rails.
Hey everyone, this is Team Node Rails, and we are building the most advanced crypto payments infrastructure in the market. Crypto has been in the market for the last many years, but still today, if you want to pay in crypto for, let's say, AI tools, subscriptions, or any kind of internet thing, you cannot do it. And if you ask merchants like why they are not accepting crypto payments, they say there is no Stripe or Dodo payments like platform available for crypto. And at the same time, if you ask users why they are not willing to pay in crypto, they say there is no chargeback and fraud support available the way it is present in credit cards and debit cards. To solve all these issues, we have created Node Rails platform. We have like one of the best recurring billing engine, pay, approve only once, and we automatically get money. We are the first one to bring dispute and chargebacks. 15 days period to get your money back. We have a lot of features, fraud and compliance inbuilt. We are bringing private payments as well. If we talk about our traction, the growth and adoption, we are like supported by W3X incubation, Develop Ventures, and Max App. We have got 10 plus merchants onboarded in the initial version in the last 15 days, 1,000 plus people on the wildcard wait list, 300 plus users across our socials and community. We have partnered with 10 plus licensed partners across 120 plus countries for the off-ramp and the banking partnerships. We have got like advisors such as Mai Fujimoto and Yu Yaito from Japan as well. We are the team built for payments in Frank Crypto. I am Mohit. I am the founder and CEO. I have been a blockchain engineer in the US for Click Network. Before that, I was at Singularity as a lead blockchain engineer. I have won 60 plus hackathons across 15 plus countries, 4 times ETH Global finalist, part of GSOC, Summer of Bitcoin, Google Summer of Code, Ethereum India Fellowship. My Jatin, co-founder and CTO, he's also a great engineer and blockchain and DevOps engineer. He has worked in multiple companies across the globe. He has led like one of the biggest companies, Paisa Bazaar in India, with 100 crore plus in monthly payments collection volume. So yeah, now let's get into the demo and understand how the platform works. Hi, this is the demo of Node Rails platform. So this is like the merchant login page, like where merchants can come and can basically sign up or can log in. So I will just log in because I have already created my account, and the onboarding is very simple, 3-4 steps, and you are done with your onboarding. This is the company-wide dashboard that a merchant will see. They can understand like what's going on with their apps that they have created and what people are paying with and paying for. Then they can go on the bank section where they can basically create virtual accounts, crypto virtual accounts for them. For example, I have created virtual accounts here for Europe and US. Similarly, they can connect their own accounts as well. So if they want to settle the crypto funds directly to their bank accounts. And on the settings page, you have like features such as you can add tax rates, you can add team members and give them the granular permissions required for doing and handling the payments across your app. As an organization, you can create multiple apps. I have already created many apps. You can create either a test app or a production app. And you have to connect a wallet where you will receive the funds, or you can settle it to the bank. For example, I have created the cursor app, and this is the app specific details that you will see, like ARR, MRR, how much is being refunded, and payments by network and payments by token. You can do a lot of things, such as you can create subscriptions, you can create product plans, you can track customers who are paying. So let me show you the payment links. I have already created one payment link. You can create a new link by clicking on this thing, and you can just share that link. And whenever somebody opens that link, you will see something like this, a checkout session created for them, a very secure checkout session. I have integrated the SDK of Node Rails. You can actually do it from the dashboard, or you can integrate the Node Rails SDK for it. I have integrated the Node Rails SDK and created this buy me a copy page using Node Rails checkout. So I will just show you how it will look for an end user once it is integrated. So I will click on buy me a coffee one-time checkout session. It will load the checkout page. You can then basically choose which currency you want to pay with. We support multiple currencies. You have to just connect the wallet. You just connect. We actually handle every gas fee, the pricing, the exchange rates, everything we handle for the merchant and the users. After that, you just have to click on authorize. If authorization is already there, you just click on pay. There will be a transaction. There will be an approval to basically confirm. So I will just confirm this, and yeah, in just few seconds, the transaction will be done. Yeah, the transaction is confirmed. So if I go back on my dashboard, you will find out like the merchant can track on the payment section all the payments that is happening through their apps, such as it is in the Dodo payments or Stripe dashboard. You can track like who paid you, how much was the fee, what are the details, the billing details of the user, when it was authorized, when it was captured, and you can check the transaction hashes as well. You automatically generate transaction hashes, submit it, and everything. You don't have to think about any of those stuff. And whenever a customer pays for it, that will automatically get tracked in the customer section, and then you can basically, by the email, you can track like who is doing what. So for example, I just did this transaction. So you can track that customer details, like how he's paying, which wallets he has connected, which is very important for compliance and fraud. Similarly, you can do the subscription as well. It will be just recurring thing, like monthly we will collect the payment. The user will also receive a payment receipt like this. And this payment receipt is automatically generated. They will also get a PDF version of it, such as for visa purpose or other purposes. And then in this email itself, they will have this open dispute section, which is like one of our great features. So they will have to come on the dispute portal, log in with your OTP, and then they can raise a dispute. The dispute opens actually one day after the payment is done, and it remains for 15 days. So if it is found true, you will get your money back. So you can see, you can track all the transaction here from the dispute portal as well, like whatever you have done, and you can download it and you can open the dispute from here. Whenever the dispute is open, it basically comes in the dispute section of the merchant's dashboard. So for example, in this app, I have raised a dispute. So you can see, I can view the dispute as a merchant and give the response, submit the proofs, and then the decision is made. As a merchant, you just don't have to do anything. You can just choose like which chains you want to accept a payment from, users, the tokens. You can connect multiple wallet, the receiving wallet, and you can use it, you can do all of these.
Hey, that is time. Thank you. Mohit from Node Rails. Any questions from the judges? All right, Domenico.
One quick question, actually, too. So first of all, great presentation. I wanted to ask, what's like your target audience based in? Is it like country focused, or are you like thinking about going, let's say, global wide? You're muted.
So our target is basically global. So first of all, this is like the non-custodial version of our platform. Although we have already partnered with a lot of licensed partners across the globe. We have like licensed partners in US and Europe as well, in China. And we are first targeting, like, of course, there are, for example, Dex Screener, right? Dex Screener is there. They take payments from users directly. So we are targeting those kind of Web3 customers. And another target is basically the AI users. A lot of people are launching these AI businesses, and Stripe and other platform doesn't give them the access to those things. In other countries, in US, you can get it. So we are targeting those as well, so that people can pay like crypto on their platforms as well as with card as well, but they will receive in crypto if they want, or otherwise in the bank.
Okay. One last quick question. Have you considered already legal and compliance handling and process, or is it in the making? Say
No,
about
we
the
have
fiat
handled
to
like
crypto conversion.
we are handling like everything like legal and compliance. We are fully, uh, as I said, the current version is this non-custodial. We are as a payment processor, and we have licensed partners for the compliance in different countries. Currently, we are not that much big that we can acquire the licenses ourselves, but that is our aim. Like once we get more revenue and if we get investments as well, then our target is to acquire our own licenses as well.
Okay, thank you.
All right, very cool, Mohit. Thank you.
So
That was Team Node Rails. Next up, we have PayStreamer. Michael Obe, if you can unmute yourself and show your screen. All right.
Oh, hi. All right. So sharing my screen now. And okay, over the shoulder, share. So can you see my screen?
Yes, and also please turn on your webcam.
Okay. How do I do that?
Just click on video on the second button next to the
Okay.
cam. No, back to Zoom, like your screen share.
Where is okay? So
Yeah,
screen
and then on
share.
the top toolbar, second button on the toolbar. It says audio and then video, right? No. Left, left, left. All the way left. No. Move your mouse to the left.
Right here.
Yes, the video. Just click on
Oh,
that.
video.
Yep.
All
Cool.
right.
Awesome.
Okay.
All right. You are ready. Just make sure. All right.
Okay. Thank you so much. Let me just settle that in. And I'm good to go. Hi, I'm Michael, the founder and developer of PayStreamer. So right now, platforms, including mine and the rights, are facing massive issues. One of it is they cannot easily offer recurring monthly subscriptions entirely on chain. They rely on users manually signing transactions every business cycle. And the workaround is to create an escrow contract, which forces users to lock up their funds. So the solution we created, we built PayStreamer to fix this, sorry. PayStreamer is a decentralized, non-custodian recurring payment protocol built natively on Sui. We bring the set and forget experience of Web2 credit card billing systems straight to Web3. So for platforms, this means you stop bleeding revenue, you unlock true recurring revenue streams without losing users to manual renewal fatigue. For users, the experience is seamless. You keep full custody of your funds and you approve the subscription just once, and our protocol handles the rest. So at the side here, we have a short video on how a user can create a subscription account and subscribe to a platform in under just 6 seconds. Okay. So here's how our architecture makes this possible. So first, users deposit their funds into a shared non-custodian account. Then they adapt the platform's policies. For example, authorizing specific withdrawals every 30 days. From there, our decentralized execution layer takes over. Permissionless timekeepers, as I will call them, trigger the billing cycle automatically, pulling the exact funds and routing them seamlessly to the platform's treasury, which is an address. Okay, so our sustainability. To ensure long-term sustainability, we collect a flat 3% transaction on fees, and 1% goes to these schedulers, these timekeepers, as a reward, and then 2% to the protocol for long-term sustainability. Okay, who are our target audience? So we're targeting the data economy. So any platforms whose core value is generated in form of data or content, like our fund.sui right there. So if you're using Walrus protocol and decentralized seal, we are the platform you add to that to complete your entire flow. All right, so why build on Sui? So I believe Sui ecosystem already has almost everything it needs to bring a platform like Netflix on chain. So they have the storage, they have the encryption, and now our missing piece, which is the subscription layer that helps this platform monetize just how Web2 platforms already do. Okay, so on the 22nd of July, which is on Wednesday, we would have completed our phase 1, which is our tooling and infrastructure. And then we'll be streamlining through these other phases up to main launch, where we'll be focusing on our contract audits and then finally pushing all within this year. Okay, the future for PayStreamer is that we want to introduce unified ZK login and sponsor transaction services. I find this a big friction if users are going to be, if we bring this into the ecosystem, or rather if we bring these services in the future, then the UX is going to be complete. So, but this is a future roadmap, and well, I'm speaking too much. All right, so you can check us out currently at docs.usepastreamer.xyz. How much time do I have left? All right, 1 minute. So I think I could showcase the documentation a bit. Let me drag this down. All right, so we currently have our documentation up and running, and we are making use of UI. We're going to provide UI elements or UI components for users. So all you have to do is, sorry, my elements are covering my screen, so I can't
click
click the button.
the green arrow, like right under the thumbnail, right under your thumbnail, the green arrow, it will collapse.
Okay, so what we're working on and publishing on Wednesday is a full UI kit so that users can actually create these platforms. This can actually integrate these flows seamlessly into their platforms. So I think that's all from me today. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Michael.
How do I cut this?
If there are no questions, because we're running out of time, all right, one question from Raf.
All right.
We'll go on.
Hey Michael, nice presentation. I just got one quick question. Have you done any market research regarding this streaming, like pay streaming feature? Any kind of market research?
Oh, yes. Okay, so first of all, we are going to rename from pay streaming because initially pay streaming was supposed to be a contract that locks up and then releases micropayments periodically. I found that in the Ethereum ecosystem, but now I'm making use of OpenZaplin's rate limiter, which actually allows us to make monthly recurring subscriptions possible. So there are other protocols that try to do this, but they don't have a decentralized execution layer like we do. And have I answered your question? Sorry.
Yes, more or less, yes. Actually, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
I think all right.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to say something else, please go ahead.
All right. The last thing I want to say is concerning this, because I did some market research on people that are going to use this platform, and I noticed majority of these platforms actually went down after the hackathon. And I believe most of them came across the issue as I did. So we're going to be reaching out to Coda and Ikre to see what is say, like to try them out. But we're also going to, part of our outreach is going to be for new existing platforms that want to come into the data economy to use us from scratch. And I believe that will increase the data economy platforms greatly. All right, that's all I have to say. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Michael.
So, hello, judges. So, my name is Mark, and today I'm standing in for Ryan to present Key. So, what is Key essentially? It's a SUI integrated platform that turns everyday SG QR code payment that every Singapore business already uses into on-chain SUI transaction. So, usage is super simple. So, I'll just go into the wallet, in this case, Slush, any wallet that supports SUI, right? Here, I've already connected my wallet, so I can go into app here, and you can see the logo Key over here. I clicked onto it, and my wallet is connected here already. If not, you can just make the connection. But you can see here, over here, open the camera. I can open my camera, allow the camera, and then any QR code that you use for transaction right now, I can just scan. In this case, it's this one. And then I can just put in the amount. Simple as that. So behind the scenes, right, the system just pull like the merchant's unique entity number, UEN, what we call in Singapore, straight off the QR code and then resolve them on the chain. Right, so I'll just type in the amount I paid for coffee, maybe $2, no $1. Yeah, I'll choose SUI in this case. But actually, it can be any sort of tokens, right? As long as if it's supported in Solana and so on. And then you can see over here, actually, just a side note, it's a stale rate. Our application actually doesn't allow that, but for the demo's sake, we kind of disable that for now. So yeah. So what it does also, Key pulls the live rate from Python and convert it into the crypto. And then the clever part, right? The clever part here is also that we pay in SUI or we pay in token, right? But the merchant doesn't actually receive in SUI. They receive in USD SUI, a stable coin, right? So they're never actually exposed to any kind of price swings. And and then it will use CETAS aggregator to swap the stable coin and the token that we use in the same transaction, right? So the customer pays in any token, but the merchant get the stable one. So I will pay here, and then just wait a bit, and I just have to authorize on my wallet. So then I approve once my wallet, and then done. That's it. That settled is all on the mainnet. I can click here to see my receipt, and then the receipt and everything is also stored on Vorus, right? This is live and this is real money right now. At no point did Key holds the fund. It goes straight from me to the merchant, fully non-custodial. So I'll go. So let's see the merchant side, right? So what do they see? How do they receive? So I'll go into the merchant. So one thing that they need, right? At least they need a Google account using CK login, right? In this case, I will log in here. Yep. So I'll see just now 36 seconds ago. So I received $1 transfer from the coffee. And then in this case, then I can go into account. And then here I can cash out over here. But before I cash out, okay, let me just show you. I can cash out maybe once we continue. And then it will get the rate out. Oh, maybe I'll just do one. Okay, 0.77. Okay, and then you just need to put in the phone number or the unique entity number, it will transfer to there, right? But before that, you can see over here in this section, I can actually turn earnings on. So about the yield, traditionally, right, when the money comes in, transaction comes in or whatever, their money will just sit in the bank, right? But if we enable yield here, Key will make their idle balance goes to work. So it earns yield through scallop. In this case, it's also held a percentage, 5.96 right now. So the takings aren't just sitting there, right? They're also earning instead. So compare this to traditional card transactions where it takes every percent out of every single transaction. Keys take nothing. Where card takes from you to get paid, we actually paid you to get paid, right? So then how does the merchant onboard? So pretty simple. Just now they log in and then they can just go into add business and the same QR code that user used to pay, then they can just scan. and it will automatically put in their unique entity number over here. And all they have to do is put in the business name, logo, and a proof of ownership. That's it. Onboarding is done, taking around 90 seconds only. So that's it. That's key. The same QR code every business already use and have into like on chain. Any token in and then stable coin out. Optional yield, and it's already live on Sui mainnet today. So we start with SGQR, but the underlying infrastructure is way larger than that. It can go globally using like maybe Do It Now, QRS, Prompt Pay, UPX, PIX, whatever it is, right? So any national QR rail is next. So now I am happy to take in any of your questions.
Hey, Raf has a question for you.
Yes.
Yes, just a quick one. So I realized just now you say you're using a stale rate. Is that a risk in a real, in a real scenario? Is that a risk? Because if the merchant receives a stale rate, they are probably not gonna get the amount that they are expecting.
Yeah, I understand. So I'm thinking of making this like an optional thing. For the merchant side, yeah, probably we will probably disallow. This one I will need to ask Ryan, the main developer, for it. But we're planning to probably disallow the weekend the stale rate transaction to go in the weekend. So this is something that we still have to consider and like talk through about this.
I
Yeah.
see. All right, all right. No further questions from me.
Yep.
All right, Domenico, one question, and then we'll have to go on straight to the next chat.
One quick question from my side. Is it in the plans to allow merchants to withdraw fiat?
Yes. So currently, right now, although I said it's fully non-custodial, but because it's POC, right? We are actually like transferring to Ryan's Wise account, and then it will give out fiat, right? But later on, we actually will use like partner like Bridge XYZ to kind of their license fiat. Crypto into fiat transaction, right? So we'll probably use that to integrate to our to our platform in the future. But is it in compliance? We have to research into this. But I believe if we bring in the license, license transfer, I think that should be okay.
Okay, thank you. One last question. Have you already showed this to some merchants or received any feedback?
Yes. So actually, Ryan's developer, mothers of his, she actually owns a shop, right? And she said the onboarding was super simple. I think the main challenge, especially with those uncles and aunties who they own shop, it's the onboarding process in crypto, which is too complicated for them to understand. But this is like this just say, oh, I just need a Google account, I scan QR, and I just send in documents. Onboarding takes 90 seconds, as I mentioned, right? So they has a really positive feedback onto that part, especially. So yeah, we kind of approach into the real case scenario also, kind in a way, yes.
Awesome. Thank you, and nice presentation, by the way.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Project Key. All right, I'm gonna share my screen and go over the intro slide real quick for the people who joined us later. All right, so everyone can see this. Collapse this. All right, due to time, I will cut this shorter. But basically, I want to thank multiple people, but sponsors, Walrus, DeepBook, OpenZeppelin, OtterSec, and Scallop. Walrus is our headline partner and track sponsor. DeepBook is our track sponsor. And OpenZeppelin is our first prize sponsor for the DeFi and payments track. OtterSec is our third prize sponsor for the DeFi and payments track. And Scallop, our university award sponsor. And we also want to thank all the judges that are involved in the shortlisting and the final judging, as well as all of you who are presenting across the 2 sessions today, as well as all the teams that submitted and applied to the Overflow. Without you, none of this would have been possible. And you guys all come from 60 countries. So that's something that we're all very excited for, because Sui is a global infrastructure that is for everyone. Okay, so we are running out of time, so we'll just skip straight to the schedule. For these slides, we went over them at the beginning of this call and also session one, so you can catch them, replay them when it comes on YouTube. All right, so we're now moving on to chapter 2. We're skipping our break time. I'm going to ask Team Splash Account Network for Cross-Border Money to unmute and share your screen.
GM.
GM, Sky.
GM,
Right.
sir.
GM.
See you.
Yeah, I'm gonna share my screen first. See,
we can see you too.
is this the entire screen? Let me check first.
The screen's
entire
loading.
screen.
Okay, we see your screen.
Okay, that's cool.
All right, take it over.
Sebastian's ready?
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Let's start. Okay, hello guys. My name is Sky. I'm the founder of Splash, and this is Sebastian's, my CTO and my engineer. Everything you're about to see today is actually live at v1.splashz.xyz. You guys can open along and follow along. So here's the problem. A business in Malaysia pay a supplier in Manila, but not only in Manila, okay? All Southeast Asia, 3 to 5 days or even more, up to 6% or even more gone. So that is the payment, right? Is the easy part. So the invoice, the approval, the reconciliation is still live in email and spreadsheet. So it's like scrambling around. So Splash put that whole job in one place on Sui. Invoice, approve, pay, proof. So we start in Southeast Asia. It's the hardest corridor, and nothing in the protocol is corridor specific. We build here to scale globally. But one thing before the demo, we are on testnet now by choice, because in payment, mainnet before your licensed partner are live is theater. So licensing get us, not the engineer. Everything here is perfectly mainnet ready. So let me pay a supplier in the Philippines, okay? So recipient amount. So let's say over here, pay Manila. Okay, let's say we pay 1,000 US dollar. Okay, so Splash Receive is actually, if they have a Splash account over there, say they are the recipient, they can be a potential sender in the future. So that's how we get them to use Splash. So right now we pay directly to the business bank account. So they can either pay in USD and pay in USDC, Circle CTP, so it's an agnostic. So at the back end, it will swap back to USDC SUI. So we get that liquidity for SUI. Yes, SUI first. So here's the quote. Okay, so this is also the root. And this is how it works at the back end. So we don't need to show them that. So they just need to see is trust and compliance. Okay, so we're paying Stripe for now. So here's the quote, the full cost delivery time before I commit, no surprise on the other side. So while that settles, Sebastian's built this. So Seb, what just happened behind, bro?
All right, so over here you can see there are 3 boxes. Maybe I'll just go through with you a bit on the tech or the coding side of things. So here we have 3 things here, the payment intent, smart treasury, and we have the audit anchor. So let's first look at the payment intent right here. So payment underscore intent.move, this is our file. So here is the atomic payment primitive. So the business creates an intent locking recipient and the amount with 5 minutes of expiry time. So if you can see here on line 244, okay, only the original sender can confirm it. We check it via the TX underscore context sender. Okay, and if you see on line 254, the coin split, so the moves there exact amount, so refunds overpay. So it means the intent confirm. Okay, so this is the first proof. Now we move to the second one, which is the smart treasury. Okay, if you have a look here on line 37, so the smart treasury where the ideal capital earns the yield. Okay, so we can see here that the balance. So the actual coins are not a fact counter, okay, it generates over coin type, so one instant of a USDC. So another holds the Ondo USDY. So we have it about 5% of APY. Now, let's move on to the third one, which is the audit anchor.move. So if you have a look here, okay, here is where our temper evident audit trail. So it's off chain. So we still encrypt the receipt, and then here we store the ciphertext on Walrus, which is the on-chain side of things. So if you look at line 31 and 34 right here, we can see that we anchor the SHA-256 hash plus the Walrus blob ID. So here we have the admin cap gated. So another auditor can fetch the blob, hash it, verify it, and matches without our permission. So it emits the audit anchored. So these are the 3 proofs and what's happening behind the scenes. Back to you, Sky.
Yeah, so this is what we love apart. We can share to the supplier over here. So we can share the receipts. All right, so they can stay, they also can verify independently. This is what institution needs. And also we can share it to our accountants. So it's easy, so less burden to our accountants, so easy for them to send to SEC or to the regulator. Okay, that's cool. So now the part that your accountant will love the most. So we go to the invoices over here, inspection loop. So we ask Walrus because we also use manual over here. So manual behavior, you can see the patterns of the business. So this business user pays Philippine supply every weekly, but it will never store any amounts or accounts or KYT data. So over here, let's say Acme, we already upload that. So there's a demo Walrus over here. So it's the evidence on seal access policy. They can see who is being given access to. So Splash, of course, us, and then there are business, finance, acme.ph examples, and also the auditors. So we can check this one is not given access to. So we can use OXWall for extractions. So it will recommend us, but remember, they only recommend. They cannot do any transactions because we need humans as the approval. So over here, so account, meaning the recipient have the Splash account. So open payment intent over here. So we quote, so maybe paying, then you just send as usual. So the last one.
Sorry, that's time. We have a very strict time limit. Any questions from the judges? All right, going once, going twice. All right, I appreciate the hustle, Sky, continuing into demo. That's very smart. Okay, next up we have
Thanks, Hugo.
Streamline, Team Streamline. If you can turn on your camera. Hugo from Streamline is sharing screen. All right,
Hello,
I can
hello.
see your screen.
Hi, guys.
And Swarnim. Cool. All right. Whenever you guys are ready, gentlemen. Thank you.
So, thanks for having us here. My name is Hugo from Germany, and together with Swarnim from India, we have built for you the Streamline. We all know that the work is continuous, yet payments aren't. They are batched into invoices, paychecks, and net 30 days terms. These are basically our roadblocks for the capital efficiency and the movement. It's done not because it's better, but because it's simpler and it's cheaper. Yet SUI, with its sub-second finality, the gasless stable coin transfers, and multi-million transactions per second capacity, expands rule of games. And Streamline is set to showcase how that solves the problem. At its core, Streamline is SUI's programmable and confidential micropayment layer. In mainline, a client commits funds, and as milestones gets approved, money drips following rules to the freelancer in real time. And this transformation of payment primitive from the one-time event to the ongoing process unlocks a set of DeFi tools. Money doesn't just sit there. Every drip can be auto-splitted into the yield vault, compounding from the second it's earned, or the user can borrow against the stream's future value. A new type of the collateral, which is smarter, faster, and nearly zero risk of liquidation. For sure, when we speak about the payments, streams, and money, we definitely want to keep most of those private. With SUI, Streamline, ZK, and Seal, you decide if the amount should ever touch the chain in clear. Made for simple humans with a readable address, it is also enabled for machines with their agent-to-agent economy, hopefully. And the same engine that pays a freelancer is built to run payroll for a whole company. The stream groups, teams, roles, batched milestones, continuous, global, auditable, and capital efficient. We are here for anyone who does the real job. Professionals, organizations, freelancers, contractors, creatives. We are built for empowering work and the practical economy, not the chat money. Start for free with the streams and borrowing. Scale when you're ready to expand your toolbox with multi-team payrolls, invoices, and compliance report. We are currently live on SUI's testnet for choice, so to get this thing right and not rushed. And once validated, we are looking to bring the SUI stack packaged into an exceptional user experience on App Store and Google Play, available to all the professionals around the globe. Yet first, let's start to see how the things actually work. Obviously, the abstracted onboarding with the SUI wallet and the handle. Does it? Okay. And my God. Okay, and the selection of the handle. Right now, we will jump for not making this transaction pretty long. From here, the user can create a request for his stream. He defines the milestones, privacy, the yield splitting, and the result is a simple link to share. From the side of the who pays, it's even easier. We would adopt the on rampers, on bank, so anyone can onboard via almost any bank the funds. And once the user has those funds, he can accept the request. Again, the transaction. The request should and be accepted by both parties. So both parties understand the rule of the game, and both parties can raise the problems if those problems ever arrive. From here, I will not make the submit requester, but from here the user can borrow against their own stream anytime, and obviously transfer, create, and request. Switching to the professional side, we can expect here whatever any company expects from the payroll and pro management tools. You can set your treasury, you can fund it, you can rebalance it following the yields and reserves. You can manage your team and roster of your groups. You can manage the streams singularly. The privacy is for us super important. It's not bolt-in functions. We try to make it as a default because no serious organization runs payroll that broadcasts how much they spend, to who they pay, and when it happens. So wages stays inside a shielded pool, and your workers roster itself is sealed to the organizational wallet. On top of that, once you have the pro subscription, you have also the other extra tools as the point of sales, invoices, and compliance. And said this, yeah, I'm ready for the questions. Thank you.
All right on the dot. Any questions from Domenico? Please go ahead.
You kind of read my mind before I raised the hand. Yeah, nice presentation, guys. Nice work over there. I just have one quick question. So I've seen the, let's say, invoice flow, where let's say I'm an employee, a contractor, or just somebody requesting funds from another party, right? Me as a company, so assume I am like the company. Do I need the contractor, employee, or whoever to always send me invoices, or do you have some automated flow where like I can automate this payment without an invoice and getting into Streamline?
Basically, it's relatively straightforward. Whenever you add people to your roster, you mention their wallet or their handle, so they're automatically linked to your company. And from another side, the person would receive the one of the streams. They will see like from where it comes, and they will accept it. So basically, it's automated. On the compliance side, whenever we speak about onboarding of capital, through the bank and so on, obviously we delegate that part of knowing your business and knowing your customer through the on-ramp functions. So that would cover the origin of the funds. And additionally, we have the selective disclosure as mentioned before. So if as the company, I need to disclose any of my transaction, I go in my tools, I go into the compliance. Right now, we would need to load it. Unfortunately for the internet, my apologies. And yeah, for any transaction, you basically can export the sealed, encrypted, and packaged up invoice. You can, open it to any auditor whenever you want, and you can encrypt it in the way which you find more comfortable.
All right, thank you. That's it from my side.
All right, thank you, Team Streamline.
Thank you.
Next up, we have Team Sweet Outkit. If you're on the call, please turn on your webcam. All right, so your webcam's on. And please share your screen.
Jam everyone. And you
Yeah.
guys screen.
Yes, we can hear you and we can see your screen and we can see your webcam. So please go
Okay.
ahead when you're ready. Thank you.
Okay, once again, Jam everyone. I'm Flourish, and this is Sweet Kids. We are bridging the gap between global crypto payment acceptance in Africa. So Web2 checkouts are fundamentally fragmented. A major barrier of entry to crypto is that users don't have a wallet and they shouldn't need one to make a Web3 payment. And for developers, they are stuck stitching Web2 and Web3 payment stacks together with a mess of integrations. Then for merchants, they are the ones absorbing this cost, stuck in a gap that they are trying to bridge both on-chain and traditional payments with on-chain liquidity. So the bottom line is users can't get in, developers can't build fast, and merchants are left paying the price for that mess. So we built Sweet Kits. We provide a single unified integration that allows merchants to accept any way to pay, from traditional and global payments to native and cross-chain assets. No matter how the customer pays, the merchant receives instant verifiable settlement directly on Sui. So behind the scenes, Sui acts as our core coordination and settlement layer, while we store JSON receipts on Walrus and our node backend manages live session. All this, we package this into a easy developer toolkit. So what exactly is Sui Kit? You can think of us like a universal payment gateway, but built entirely for Web3 and a decentralized future. Our infrastructure allows any platform or business to accept local, global, and on-chain payment directly inside their app with a single integration. Now, why build on Sui? Beyond the tech, the main reason is adoption. My time building on other chains gave me what I've my time building on other chains never gave me what building on Sui has. The composable ecosystem, the low onboarding friction, and the institutional credibility that makes Sui the only long-term chain for bet for developers. So who are we building this for? We are building this for Web3 developers, indie hackers, and Web2 SaaS platform who wants to capture global revenue without the overhead by simplifying the bridge. We are positioning Sui to capture a significant share of a $45 billion payment gateway market that is rapidly scaling towards $90 billion. So our current status is we are not just pitching a concept. Sui is fully deployed and running on Sui testnet. We have built our core architecture and we have connected traditional money rails to on-chain execution. And our entire infrastructure is live. Everything that a developer needs to start building right now. So looking ahead on our roadmap, we'll start with phase one to gather user feedbacks and optimize our SDK for mainnet, then followed by phase two, introducing cross-chain support and card integration. Before then, phase three is unlocking programmable money with DeFi treasury pools, automated off-ramps, developer tipping, and custom payment profiles. Then how we earn when it comes to pricing, we keep this very aligned. We only earn when merchants do. Direct crypto native transaction costs a tiny 0.1 to 0.7%, while fiat and card processes ranges from 1 to 5%. And merchants have total flexibility. They can either choose to absorb the fees themselves or pass it on transparently to the customer at checkout. So now let's go to the demo. So a user selects pay and this model appears for him to make payments and he chooses bank transfer and an account details is displayed for him to make transfer. And after that, that's it. He transfers the payment and it's done. Let's also see how cards works. You click on cards, you fill in your card details and proceed on making the payments. And that's it. Also another settlement done. Let's also give an instance for if he's a crypto native person, he comes to see what he knows. He selects three wallets and do a standard wallet connect his wallet and confirm the transaction. And that's it. Another payment done. Then let's give another instance whereby you are trying to make payments, but you don't have a wallet extension. All you have to do now is you select from the DCIN, then you select QR code, and the QR code will be made available for you to scan and pay from your Slush wallet. And that's it. Another settlement done. Thank you.
All right. Very succinct presentation. Thank you. Any questions from the judges? All right, Domenico.
Nice presentation, guys. One quick question about the cards and bank transfers processing. So are you like relying on third-party providers for the webhooks, let's say when receiving cards or payments, or are you building or bank transfers, or are you trying actually are you planning to build the payment processors behind it? And have you considered the fees for such, let's say, operations?
So currently, what we do is we aggregate all these providers together and allow developers to have the flexibility of from the SDK,
I
you can either
lost
choose the
you.
provider you want. Then, so we don't build our own integrations. What we do is we build on other providers and make this available. So for the dev now, you don't have to think about having a Stripe API key or a Flutterwave API key. All you have to do is just integrate Sui out key. You don't even have to worry about installing Sui dependencies or wallet dependencies or the app kit. All you have to do is just install and use the Sui kit, and you have an integration that covers everything from local transfers to on-chain to cross-chain and native assets.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your question. And thank you, Team Sui Alkit. Moving on, we have Team Sweem. I see Abby Roop is ready. Yes, please share your screen.
Okay, is it visible?
Yes, I can see your screen. I can see you, and I think I can hear you. Can you just say something more so that I can just confirm the sounds okay?
Hi, hello.
All right.
Hello, am I audible? Yeah.
All good. All right. Please
Good.
start whenever you're ready. Thanks.
Okay, sure. So, yeah, imagine getting paid every second you work instead of waiting until the end of the month. Here, everyone, we are Sweep, and we are redefining payroll by turning salaries from static monthly payments into continuous financial assets. So, Sweep is the first streaming payroll protocol on Sui that lets organizations pay salaries in real time while putting idle funds to work. Now, payroll hasn't evolved in decades. There are two big exceptions. So the idle capital there in the payroll system, it always sits for the employers, and there is a lot of liquidity for the employees. So what we try to do with Swing is organizations come and deposit the payroll into our on-chain stream pool on Swing. Now each and every employee's salary is a stream continuously in milliseconds, which can be claimed anytime. And what happens is, if it is an idle fund that is not claimed, it routes to different field returning organizations. So we have built a product that works on it. You can get all the accesses, and we have also got our own AI tool for it. So let's jump straight into the demo so that we can understand how it works. So there is the onboarding. So how we onboard, you just click in, it just register as an organization. Then you import your team, you import the CSV for the team. And after we do that, okay, so import is complete. We can enter organization email, and we can see the entire dashboard. So what happens is, you come in, you top up some balance. So at the beginning, you need to top up some certain amount of balance, and in USDC or SU, and you can start streams. Now the stream enables and moves to all the employees those are right now. So you can see that USDC is paid every millisecond. So we can select our idle pool, like we can invest the idle fund in different pools. We have Navi, we have Scalable, and all those other Suland and on the pool. So what we should do next is, you can see the payments are already done. Let's see the employee dashboard right now. So if you open the employee portal and connect the wallet and enter a different wallet here, you can see that the funds are being claimed every microsecond. The employer there has the ability to actually pause it whenever they want. But yeah, okay. So it's already done. And now, let's jump into payroll. Let's see, there's the total amount that we can see in the pool, and 70% is allocated to Scalable, and the first employees are getting it. So even we can use this or SU, anything we want. Some of it is Studio, not good. So let's see how we can use the stream here. So we can get the details of the employees, and we can perform any functions just by writing in natural language. So we can see all the employees, we have the entire dashboard, we have the groups, and we can stream anything to the engineering and marketing team. So yeah, we then have the invoices section, which we are trying to build right now. And a lot of products and developer tools will be out there. So we have the docs, we have the SDK ready, so you can integrate the entire system in your own projects too. So yeah, we still have that employee dashboard, so we can see after a while we can just claim it if we want. And there is an idle fund that is sitting. We can reinvest that in different yield pools, or we can just withdraw it out. So that's how Swim is working, and that's mostly been connect the wallet. And yeah, the thing has been withdrawn, and we are live on mainnet, so you can see the transactions. Everyone can see. So everything is built. So let's see the market size. So global payroll exists at more than 50 trillion annually. Meanwhile, DeFi manages hundreds of billions in on-chain assets. We also have our competitors, but none of them are actually streaming protocols stop at real-time payments. DeFi protocols generate yield, but they aren't built for payrolls. So, and we also have business models. So Swing earns the protocol fees on treasury yield generated for organizations, from yield generated inside employee vaults and enterprise subscription for payroll analytics and treasury management. So it's our team. We have worked in crypto for more than 5 years, and we also have an advisory board who are experts in both crypto and sales. And we also are partnering, and we have developed a good ecosystem of partners. A lot of products have already tried the thing out, and a lot of companies have already said a thumbs up to us. We have launched the MVP in the hackathon itself. Then we'll be launching the beta like in the next month itself. And by token, we are launching Swing Confidential. Then we will go into scaling it, and at the end, we will be jumping into full-scale institutional model in Swing version 2. So that's part of Swing Institutional. So yeah, that's Swing for you. Make your money move. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Abhiroop from Swing. Any questions from our judges? Going once. All right, Pei. Please unmute yourself and feel free to ask away.
Cool. So I have a question. So how often does it actually deposit every minute?
Sorry, I did not get it. Pardon me, please.
Yeah, so how often does the deposit happens? Is it like happening every minute?
So it's streamed every minute. It's streamed in microseconds actually. So we run it in microseconds. And if someone wants to get the fund out, they can do whenever they want, but that has to reach at least 10% of the weekly 10% of the weekly wages that they should have raised, so that it does not make bots or something attack the system itself.
Okay, so the users actually need to actually click the button to claim himself or herself, right?
Yeah, sure. Otherwise, it just stays in the treasury itself. It stays in the vault, but it's not streaming because it would take a lot of gas and stuff. All those like she already has gasless USD, gasless stablecoins live, but still, it's going to take some kind of gases.
So that's the means that the fund actually live as a chunk, right? I mean, because the user have to basically to claim it. It's not the streaming is more like a UI experience, UI UX experience instead of the real money flowing in, right?
Yeah. So if it stays idle anytime, it's going to be invested in yield protocols. If they want to, it's optional. It's already optional, and it's not that they are receiving it each and every second, but it will be received in the vault itself, even from the yield protocols. So if they want to claim it, they can claim once they close the weekly 10% threshold.
Got it. Cool. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your question, Pei Deng. Anyone else? Any other judges' questions? Going once? Going twice? All right. Thank you, Abhiroop. Next up, we have Team Thalys or Talise. All right. Sele Odige. Hopefully, I'm not butchering your name. Awesome. I can hear you. I can see you. And I can see your screen. Please
All right,
start
that was great.
whenever you're ready.
All right. Hey, I'm Shelly, and I'm on the team building Thalys. Thalys is a gasless dollar wallet on Sui that abstracts the complexity of crypto and lets money move as freely as messages. In 2026, sending money across the border is still expensive, and a lot of people are still unbanked. Crypto promises to fix this, but currently has onboarding and usability problems. We're building Talis to fix this, and the opportunity is massive. Stablecoin volume tops $3 trillion a year, and cross-border remittances alone are a $900 billion market that still pays the highest fees in finance. We're going after it one corridor at a time. Talis and everything money are built on Sui. Send, spend, cash out, and grow your money all in one app. The experience for users is simple. Sign in with Apple or Google, claim a SuiNS username that's easy to remember, never pay for gas, and transactions finalized in under a second. Our Move smart contracts are live on mainnet. We also developed a gas station for sponsored transactions, and they are fully open source. Public blockchains expose every balance and payment, so we built a private send feature, currently live as a pilot on Sui mainnet. Why Sui and why now? Sub-second finality, gasless dollar transfers, PTBs, and ZK login are exactly what a consumer money app needs. And for the first time, they all exist together because of Sui. Talis is live on Sui mainnet, and our on-chain metrics so far are displayed above. Over 2,000 accounts created and almost 600 on-chain transactions so far. Currently, Talis operates with a lean team of 2, having 2 project advisors as well. Talis is free for users to send, but we earn from FX spreads, idle balance yield, perp trading fields, and cash out. Talis is live in production, and what is next is distribution. Right now, we have gasless and sponsored payments, a private send pilot, perpetual trading, and bank cash out. In the next 6 to 12 months, we're going to ship cards, scale the private pilot, and open cash out in more regions. Then expand corridor by corridor into a global private dollar account. People are already using Talis and telling everyone about it on X. Talis is buzzing in the Sui community currently. And I'm going to go on to the next, which is the demo video for Talis. Okay, a second. Oh, shit. Why is this not playing? And today I'll be doing a walkthrough of the Talis mobile app. The first screen you see here is the onboarding screen, where you can sign in with either Google or Apple. This is powered by Sui ZK login technology. Once you're signed in, you're taken to your homepage, where in the top right corner, you see this. So this is Talis Copilot. Talis Copilot is an AI assistant that leverages WARs for persistent memory. I can check my recent activity on Talis Copilot, and I can ask a question, as well as who is my girlfriend. And it does remember the things you tell it to remember, and it's private to you on WARs protocol. The next thing we have here, we have our account username, which is my name at Talis of Sui. Talis leverages SuiNS for having human readable names instead of 42 character addresses. We also have token buckets where you can send any tokens to your wallet and swap them to USD Sui at any time. Finally, we have a card for Talis rolling out soon. The next place is the deposit screen. So you can deposit crypto into your wallet, and you can ask for a request a specific amount, like $5. So this is the screen where you actually do move money. You can cash out to your bank, whether a Nigerian bank or a US bank. And the cash out currency is USDC on Sui. For sending, all you have to do is put an amount and you send to a person's account, whether on chain or their bank account, if they link that. And this is essential transaction completed. Also, we have a spend and save feature that takes a part of what you send and puts it into your savings. And right now, you can do private send up to $2.5 while we're testing out our shooter in the future. On Talis, you can write a check to anyone, and you can cash a check out as person in here. Next thing is that you can stream payments over time. So by introduce by paying the address, the amount, sets the duration and frequency of the stream, and I can start streaming money to someone. You can invest your idle dollars and earn yield on it. Turn up around about the save feature that saves the part of every payment you make. Also, you can create a target-based goal. You can also trade on Talis. You can trade perpetuals on Talis. Over 20 markets currently available on Talis perps. And that is the demo video for Talis. I'm open to any questions.
Perfect timing. Right. Thank you, Talis. Any questions from the judges? Going once. Going twice. All right, thank you, Saleh. Next up, we have Tap and Rails by Zoracle Labs.
Hi everyone, my name is Bright. I'll
right.
share my screen. Okay, so I'm
Cool.
Bright. And, we are building Rails and Tap by Zoracle Labs. What is Rails? Okay. So over the past few years, we realized trillions of dollars have been moved on chain across 50 plus blockchains. And none of it were actually used for real life activities. None of the assets we actually spent in real life. And what we are doing now is building Rails to help move money across border, even when, across several chains, and we have a settlement in a particular chain, which is Sui blockchain. So, and the one settlement layer, which is between every blockchains and every stone, which is Rails. So Rails is the infrastructure, and YTAP is the consumer application and merchant application. Rails is a unified settlement layer that takes any chain or token and routes it directly into your local currency. YTAP is a contactless card built on top of Rails that abstracts all Web3 complexity down to a simple physical tap, and also for the merchant side. And here is a live demo for where we have where you get the tap
Hi.
interaction
So
for the merchant
this is
side.
a very quick demo of how to use Tap. So you just, as a merchant, you just type in the amount you want to charge. This time around, we are charging 1,600 Naira. So then a merchant approves the transaction, then it prompts the user to bring in their tap card, and it taps it behind the merchant's phone, right? And then the merchant's phone processes the payment. And then, yeah, the payment has been received but not confirmed. So we're waiting for confirm. Yeah, it has been confirmed now. So shortly, the merchant
Okay,
just
that's
received
that.
the
The transaction goes smoothly. Moving on, Sui is the settlement layer. Sui is the settlement blockchain for us. Why we have over different EVM blockchains and also Starknet, where our smart contract has been audited by Starknet Foundation. And also, our settlement, when we are settling into local currencies, we are settling to Nigeria, to Brazil, to Kenya, to Ghana, and to Rwanda also. And across all blockchains also. And when we are currently in production and we've got a little bit of traction, we've got a proof of works where we've onboarded over 4 merchants who currently use our platform, who currently use our merchant app to receive payments from their customers, different businesses. And we also have 2 integrators already, 2 different companies who offer to integrate us for their transactions, daily transactions. And yeah, they're able to bring in at least 100 plus customers per day. And our next focus will be the hospitality side, which is focusing on hospitals, restaurants, stores, hotels, to make use of Tap. Now, these are feedbacks from our merchants. I will just play their feedbacks for you, so you listen.
Hi, I'm a small business owner that sells men's clothes, and I've been using Tap Merchant for a month now, and they've made it seamless for me to accept payments into my business account from my crypto customers.
Hi, I'm a business owner and I've been using Tap Merchant to accept crypto payments, and it has also been easy to onboard crypto customers. It's fast and reliable. Hi, I'm a business owner.
Hi,
using
this is
Tap.
Glamorous Drinks and Wines. Since we've been using Tap Merchants, it has been easy accepting crypto payments. Thanks to Tap Merchants. Bye.
Okay, so that's that. And also we have a feedback from one of our integrators. Now, moving on to, what we've done. We've done this before. So our team comprises of ex-Coinbase and ex-Base team. And also we have the active current team for Zero Card. And we've also built a flagship product in the past that did over $1.5 million volume in transaction. Then we are also building the hardware tool. We have experience building hardware tools also. And here is a proof of work from what we built in the past few months, which amounted to $1.5 million volume. And yeah, our revenue model, we are revenue scales with real economic activities, where for the merchant side, on the user side, we are earning through card sales fees. When dishing out card, I have example of the card here, which is one of the cards we will be dishing out to our users. And also for the Rails part, we will be earning revenue through.
All right. Thank you, Bright. And I guess Bright will like you to scan the QR code to tap into future payments. Any questions for Bright? All right, Domenico, please go ahead.
Today I'm full of questions. Nice presentation, Bright. Seek application. Just two quick questions. So first of all, you mentioned that you already got some machines to use this, right? And
Yes.
does it mean that it's live on mainnet or they are testing it out, let's say on testnet or devnet?
Okay, yeah, it's actually live on mainnet. Yes, it is.
So it's with real funds, real, let's say not crypto cards, but credit cards, etc., right?
Sorry, I did not get your question.
It's with real funds. People are actually using it, let's say, with real funds, right?
Oh yes, people are using it with real funds. We have our app on test flights already, and we'll get it up on Play Store in a few days. In a couple of days, we'll get it on Play Store. And for the user side, they can actually make use of it live with real money. This is the user side of it, which I'm sharing just now. Yes.
Okay. Second quick question. I didn't quite get if you're using, let's say, credit cards or debit cards, let's say, as a payment. But in case you are, who's the credit card issuer?
Okay, so I'll show you documentation. So for the card, we are not using a credit card or a debit card. We are using an NFC card, which will just be used for the tap to pay for the user side. We have a documentation to explain the flow of items for the business side of things too.
Okay. Okay. That's it from my side. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, thank you, Bright. If there are no more questions from the judges, we will move on. So we'll be shifting gears to DeepBook track. All right, then Econ Martin, please take it away.
Sure thing. So my product is SVX. It's a trading bot for prediction markets built on DeepBook Predict, which prices bets like will Bitcoin be above $64,000 at 2 p.m. from a live volatility service. But a protocol alone is not a market. Market needs traders, honest price checks, and tooling that survives outages. And SVX is all three running right now. Here's what we found. We compared Predict's own prices to what actually happened, with no model of ours involved. Favorites priced around 86 cents won every single time, 24 out of 24 live from our ledger. Predict prices its favorites too low, and DeepBook's own audit tracks the same findings. Here's the bot live. It's currently stale because the Oracle is stale. So the bot's running. Price feed has been frozen since about July 12th, I think, on Predict side. So it's refusing to trade, which is good. Zero signals in 24 hours, and this is the kill switch that sort of the brief asked for working in production. You can see here where I had a few bugs, losses went down, went on holiday for a bit, and slowly got it working again and back into profit. How does it work? Under the hood, there are 3 venues and 1 risk stack. Predict prices everything. Polymarket is where we've been trading money currently, and Hyperliquid measures actual volatility. Position caps, loss limits, and the wallet is checked against our books, with trading pausing on any drift. This is our real money one, the cross-venue ARB. These are real Polymarket trades, 388 settled trades with 81% win rate. The strategy is simple. When there's 2 venues that disagree on the same bet, we buy the cheap side. This one here is one that failed. This is sort of one of the early ideas where tried to trade implied against realized volatility using a perpetual future, which is like a rolling bet on price. There was nothing to harvest at all. There was 5,219 trades, and then that was just $29 of fees, $2 of movement. So it's been shut off in the code. overall, between the two, sort of real money's up $7, $6 down is from what we kept, and 13 up from what we killed. So getting to mainnet, 3 reasons we're ready. Everything we call is in the audited package heading to mainnet, and the basic cycle runs end to end on testnet. The vault ideas are answered by simulation, where narrow ladders earned about 10% over 100 oracles, and insurance ideas lost money. So we published both, and the hard part for us has already happened, where Sui's RPC shutoff has broken the feed. So hopefully that gets fixed soon. So all from that learnings lend us to our divergence mint strategy. This is a real edge that we found. Predict underprices the favorites, which you know, and so we built 2 strategies that buy them, one for big disagreements between the venues and one for quiet cases. Every settled trade so far has won. It's only a small sample because we're stuck at the moment. But the replay down here shows that sort of back testing it, we've got a 93.8% win rate across 250,000 signals. So who can use it? There's 2 audiences, the Predict and Sui teams, because obviously an independent bot exercises their protocol daily and reports what we found, like it being out of order at the moment. And operators, because it's open source with a runbook, so every new operator helps bring prices tighter. It pays for itself by training its own money. It's small positions on purpose. Winners fund the operation, and losers get cut off. The next step is to scale it up, deeper analytics, and more strategy checks along the way. No token deposits or pooled funds without an audit and legal sign-up. Why Sui? Because Predict only exists here. Settlement is fast enough for hour-long bets. Objects we can hold and redeem in code, and 1 atomic transaction can open a whole ladder. SVX is one of the first outside desks on Predict, live today, and mainnet from day 1. So that's SVX, live and looking forward to mainnet. Any questions?
All right, you still have a minute left.
Plenty of time. I'll show a few things then.
Please.
Got a few other pages here. So started with 5,000 USDC. We're up 154, I think, on the overview. Yeah, so that's split between 80 in the wallet, and there's 4 transactions sort of sitting there waiting to go, with the others are like 45. It's also our signals page. So everything's coming in because the SVI is stale, but there's plenty of signals just coming flying through. And also our vaults page is here with some of those strategies that we're testing. There's a big write-up on the about page if you want to sort of read through and go to the repo and try it out yourself. So yeah. Cool. Any questions?
All right. Thank you, SVX Econ Martin. So what happens next is we have 2 minutes of optional Q&A from the judges. Not all the judges that will be judging the projects will be on this call, but since these are being recorded, the judges will view those recordings for judging later on in the coming weeks. So it's very normal to not have any questions, so don't feel, it's not a bad signal at all if there are no judges asking questions. So,
and I was also early because I've got to run for a medical appointment, but yeah.
Yes.
About that.
Opening the floor for questions, if there are any judges. Questions. Going once. Going twice. All right. Thank you.
No worries. Thank you very much.
And the team is Anchor Protocol. So Chen from Anchor Protocol. Yes, I can hear you. Please turn on your webcam and your screen.
Okay, wait a second. I'm going to share my screen. Okay, I'm gonna play my pitch videos here. Okay, let's begin. Hi everyone, I'm Chen Jie, the founder of Anchor Protocol. One number first, 98%. What does that mean? It means 98% of the time, we outpay Binance on the exact same yield product. This is the public scoreboard, and here's the number live. And every 15 minutes, a recorder compares our yield against Binance. Same target, same date. Over 17,000 samples, we pay more than Binance. And down here, you can pick expiry market and see its full history. So what's the product? What is dual investment? Here's the deal. You pick a price you would like to buy Bitcoin at, let's say 61,000, and pick a date, says September 4th. 2 outcomes here. Bitcoin stays about 61,000 and September 4th. You get your money back plus a reward is about 40 USDC. Or it drops below, you buy at 61,000 and plus the reward. So the reward is about 22% APR. That's the dual investment. So let me walk through the full flow. Let's say I connect the wallet, I can continue with Google. This is InnoKZK login. Gas is sponsored. Okay, now the price. On CEX, prices comes in fixed 500 steps. Take it or leave it. Here, any price you want. Let's say my lucky number is 888. So I can input 61888. I can buy 1,000 USDC here and APR 24%. Before I sign in, you can check the advanced details. It shows how this position is composed by DeepBook predict. It's composed by a set of up bet. You can see it here. There is no black box. So I subscribe it and wait a second, and the subscription confirmed. Now you can see the transactions in the Sui Explorer. And also you can view the portfolio. You can see the position we have made, 61,888, 1,000 USDC here. And here are a position I made several days ago, like 2,000 USDC, buy below and 60,000. Now I get a 1.6 reward with 17 APR. Here I commit. Okay, as you can see, here is a performance fee taken by the Anchor protocol. Is about 10% of the reward. Okay, let's back to slides. For the product market fit, the demand is already proven. Since the dual investment is 7 years old, it listed on every major CEX and is still growing today. So our target users should be CEX dual investment users. And also, why do we beat the CEX in the long term? First is transparent pricing. We take 10% of the reward. And also capital efficiency. Idle principal will earn inside the margin. And third, composability. The position can become tokens and could be used as collateral in Sui DeFi ecosystem. So how do we make money? We take a performance fees, 10% of the reward, and it's live today. And also the DeepBook has builder fee mechanism. So we will earn from DeepBook for every order flow we route into it. And also we have a vault, making the same fee recurring. So why do we build on Sui? Because the primitive we need exists only on Sui. DeepBook predict is a continuous volatility market. Without it, no anchor. And also the PTB, InnoKZK login, and the gas sponsorship make it more easier to attract CEX users. And we never stop shipping. Since the deadline, we have shipped a lot, 98 commits, lots of features. And for the roadmap, we will have auto roll vault and BTC sell high features. That's my pitch video. Thank you for watching. Hi everyone, I'm
That's it.
Tianjie,
Happy to take questions.
All right, Pei Deng, please go ahead and ask your question.
Thank you. Very interesting product. And then, yeah, and by the way, I'm one of the DeepBook predict developer here. So,
Yeah.
so can you tell me why it's actually outperformed the Binance? Is it because we have a higher kind of incentive on the Iron Bank and all the DeepBook?
No. Currently the Iron Bank, since the tokenized, it is only in the roadmap. So why we opt for Binance? I think the Orancles pays. The Orancles provide cheaper volatilities. And also, if you are in a CEX, they may take a very high spread. We only take 10% performance fees, and I think that's the answer.
Cool, perfect, cool. Thank you.
Welcome back to the third chapter of session 2, Sui Overflow 2026 Demo Day. So I've went over these intro slides in the beginning, as well as my colleague during the first session of the demo day. I won't go through every single slide, but I'll just go over some key ones. So I want to thank all of our sponsors for making Sui Overflow possible. Walrus, our headline partner and track sponsor. DeepBook, our track sponsor. Open Zeppelin, our DeFi payments track first prize sponsor. And OtterSec, DeFi and payments track third prize sponsor. And Scallop, University Award sponsor. Also, thank you to all the judges, as well as everyone who submitted their project for Sui Overflow. So not only the ones that are presenting during this session and the last session, but also just every single person who participated in this global hackathon. All of you came from approximately 60 countries all across the world. So very, very encouraging to see Sui being experimented in all throughout the world. So I just want to quickly share some insights. If I still have time, yes. So compared to last year, we managed to more or less kept the same number of registrations. And in terms of number of projects, we increased by 25%. And these were all across just 4 tracks as opposed to 9 tracks that we had last year. So these are the 4 tracks we have, Agent Web and DeFi and Payments, Walrus, and DeepBook. Okay, so I won't go over these because we've shared these at the beginning of each session. And right now we are at chapter 3 of session 2. So the final 7 projects that are presenting are all project submissions under the DeepBook track.
Okay, so Nicola, and we are Flicky, the prediction arena. So basically, it is a game with 2 players, 1 deck, and the winners is going to be the one who reads the market better. So why Flicky now? Because prediction markets is currently a crypto breakout moment right now. So from September last year, all of the combined volume of poly market and Kalshi are about under 5 billions, but recently, April, it had reached nearly 5x in just 7 months. So learning from Polyswipe and MetaMask 2 tap markets, as well as the newest OKX football game, and we realized that the UX has to be the important factor for prediction market as well. So we have turned the prediction markets into a game where user can just with 5 steps they can sign in, they can stake their pot and swipe the deck, getting it to the settle moment, and finally takes the pot if they are the winner. So basically a competitive layer on DeepBook Predict. So let's move on with how it works. And currently you're gonna swipe yes or no just with your thumb. It's gonna mint a binary position on DeepBook Predict, and it is a real position that you own, as well as we will determine the winner by DeepBook's own settlement price, which is the P&L after you swipe all the cards. And the winner is the one who gets the better P&L, whether it is losing or earning. So let's move on with the architecture right here. So we have Inoki for the no pop-up, and we have the gaslit transactions by using the address balance model. So when the user start a match and swipe, we will have the deck master to generate the cards. We have the indexer of predicts and the keeper of us to keep track of what is on chain and what is in our database, and as well as in an MMR system for matchmaking. So when you use swipe, we're going to have a one atomic programmable transactions that will link us to Sui, and we have a sit in between object, which is the account wrapper, to have the owns position when they swipe and pay out via redeem settle with the DeepBook predict exploring market. And the last is our own game logic, sits at the escrow sidepod, and we're going to record all the swipe and automatically pays out for the winners. And now we're going to go through the demo. So as you can see, we can easily take part in with ZK login. And okay, so let me move this one out. You guys are going to deposit in the field to take part in the stake game. You guys can deposit with the slot QR, or we have prepared a swap for testnet right here. Okay, let's move on with the queuing. So we're going to create a trading account on DeepBook Predict. So let's get started. As you can see, the swiping does not cause up any pop-up or any friction because we have sponsor of the gas as well as the Inoki account wallet for him. And we guys observe, you guys can observe the match right here. Okay, we have a few extra feature by sharing to social by a post. We have the leaderboard. We have the global chat ready to use right now. So let's jump back. And why Suite? Why we choose Suite? Because we have the possibility of binding transaction into one atomic swipe, as well as ZK login and sponsored gas, which is very important for a game. As well as here's our vision. Currently, we only have the duo and the rank ladder, but we want to extend to more tokens when DeepBook predicts support the oracles, as well as Truman and Battle Royale. So that is it about Flicky. So thank you, move on. Any question?
All right, thank you. Any questions from the judges? All right, Peidong seems to have a question for you guys.
Okay.
Yes, thank you. So yeah, very interesting product. And then I have a question. So because like DeepBook eventually will have leverage, so I want to see what's the difference between this one and also oh no, it's actually kind of says no, it's different. It's different. So never mind. Yeah, because like yeah, eventually the DeepBook will have leverage. It's like with 5x, 10x leverage or something like that. So people can actually trade on leverage if they want. So it's more or less like I can get more from just one piece of fund, right? So, but this is a game. The game has a different like perspective in terms of like it's not just about the capitalized utilization. So it's really. Oh wait, never mind. I mean, sorry, I had one question in mind, but it resolved
Okay.
automatically.
Okay,
Thank you.
Sure.
Sorry.
So extending that idea, if really DeepBook predicts like having some leverage, we can maybe add it like some power up move in our game. Yeah.
Cool. Thanks. Very interesting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Team Flicky. All right, I think the Call It team are all online now, so we'll invite them back on. So Call It, Dozy, and Draco, if you guys can turn on your webcams, and whoever is sharing the screen between the two of you. All right, cool.
Yeah, I'm the one sharing my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So hello everyone. My name is Dozier. and I'm from the Call team. And essentially, Call is the prediction hub for all thing for the Sui blockchain, right? It's built on top of DeepPredict. Right. So what was the problem? Right. We noticed that one, DeepBook is a very strong primitive for prediction markets, but the issue is that for a lot of consumer traders, right, it's kind of hard, right, to go through all the transactions and protocol jargons, right? For the regular user and amateur traders, it's a lot to go through, right? So that was one of the problems. The other problem was that like a lot of prediction markets are handled off chain and are custodial. So outcomes and payouts depend on the third party operator itself rather than based on the blockchain, right? So it gives rooms for like issues of trust, right? The third problem we noticed was the social layer, right? Liquidity and who's actually good at this are invincible, right? No social layer, no track records, no easy way to put idle capital to work, right? So how did we solve this problem, right? We created a super app for all these things, right? And the app does five things, five simple things right now, right? One is it allows people to trade, right? It allows people to earn, right? It allows people to run a keeper, so a permissionless settler for open infrastructure and earn rewards, and it allows for an arena, so creators can bond the call, then they can either back that call or feed on that call, right? So there's like a social skill layer to it, right? It's kind of gamified in a way. And the fifth part was strategies, right? For people who want to partake in yield for prediction strategies, right? But they don't want to actively trade, right? So we created automated vaults for this, right? So Draco would run through the demo, then I'll come back to this. Right, Draco, can you handle from here? Right. So yeah, so this is I don't know if you can see the app, right? So for the trade, it's kind of simple, right? Users can just sign in, right? You could either we use Dynamic for this, right? You could either use Google sign in or sign in with your Slush wallet. You approve on that. Um, Yeah, so users can easily trade on whatever market they want to, right? You can go here, create a trade, right? You can come here, post a bond. You can either back an existing bond, right? With whatever contracts you want to. It will show you the outcome. Right now, there's no quotes for that. Then you can go to the earn page. You can go to the earn page, right? Deposit your USDC, right? And become a liquidity provider, right? Approve, right? And that's pretty much it, right? So why call it? So we wanted a product that was consumer first, simple for users to use, and an arena that relied on social interaction and reputation, right? So what are we built on? We are built on the DeepBook Predict infrastructure, the Sweep blockchain, because it's cheap, fast, and the object model fits our use case, right? And where are we going moving forward? So moving forward, we are going to launch our AI prediction agents, deploy on mainnets, ship Telegram trading futures, and add live strategy analytics, right? And also arena and keeper incentives, right? So how do we make money? Via builder fees and strategy management performance fees, right? So what's live today? 8 move packages on Sweet Testnet, all 5 surface wire to live data, real arena flow with DeepBook USDC, and that's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Team Call It. Any questions from the judges? Going once, going twice. All right, thank you, Team Call It. Next up, we have Guardian, Team Guardian, if you're... All right, thank you, Sartak and Samarth. Hello.
Hi.
All right, please share your screen.
Yeah, that's it. So is my screen visible?
It's loading. Okay, now I can see it.
Okay.
But there's no sound from the video.
Sorry?
We can't hear any sound from the video.
Okay, 1 second.
I think one way is just disconnecting your earphones might work better.
Here's the thing
Now is it
most
audible?
leverage traders on DeepBook don't know. A stop loss cannot save your margin positions. 3 reasons. First, a stop loss can only sell, never repay. And repaying is actually what reduces your risk in the first place. Second, you are never liquidated on price. You are liquidated on a risk ratio, your total assets over total debt. And this ratio keeps on increasing from interest even when the market is flat. So any price order is blind to it. Third, DeepBook's own margin documentation states that when liquidation occurs, all open orders are cancelled first. That means the stop loss you placed is gone exactly at the moment you need it. The standard tool is structurally broken. We decided to build something that works.
This is Guardian, and here are two identical DeepBook margin longs, about $11,500 each, 10,000 SUI against 8,000 of stablecoin debt. Same starting risk ratio of 1.439, and the left one has no protection, while the right one is protected by Guardian. What will happen if the same crash hits them both? So, the price starts falling. On the left, nothing happens. On the right, the moment the risk ratio crosses the trigger, Guardian goes to work one chain. First, it cancels open orders. Then, it repays 2,000 from idle balance. Repaying is the one move a stop loss can never make, and it is the only action that actually deleverages. Then it sells a reduce only tranche and repays more. And here is what matters underneath all of it. No function in these contracts can send your assets to any address except your own. So, non-custodial is not just a promise here, it is a property of the code. And as we can see here, the unprotected position hits the line at 0.680 and a bot takes it, and with it the reward. While we can see that the Guardian's position is smaller but is survived. And now it kept $630 of equity that the naked position lost. Now, what if the crash is a really fast one that the ladder cannot outrun? The risk ratio is in free fall. This is the moment every leverage trader dreads. But when liquidation becomes unavoidable, Guardian does the last thing a protector can do. Let me scroll to the end of this. It liquidates the position itself. The instant liquidation is legal, and it routes the roughly 5% liquidation reward back to the owner instead to an outsider bot. Even a failure mode pays you. Every action you just saw is a real executor and risk engine run against a scripted crash so it's reproducible every time. The contracts are deployed and tested on Sui testnet, including a vault solvency test that proves the reserve is never drained when Guardian pays that reward back. Every protective action settles on-chain.
So, who's this for? Guardian protects the DeepBook margin borrowers from the day they open a position. And it also protects the other side of the market as well. How? Every liquidation Guardian prevents is a bad debt the lending pools do not absorb. So, the lenders earn safer yields. Thus, Guardian is aligned with both sides of DeepBook. Now, coming to the adoption. The adoption is just one signature. You turn it on once from your own wallet and it starts protecting you exactly where you already trade on. And it costs you nothing unless it saves you money. And that is why people turn it on. We only make money when you make money. A basis point fee on the value we protect plus a share of the rewards we return. A user always comes out ahead of the liquidation that would have happened otherwise. No token, a service that pays for itself. The path from here is straight. A security audit, then mainnet. Then a permissionless keeper network, so anyone can run Guardian and earn tips for doing that. Then an SDK so that wallets and DeepBook frontends can embed protection as a built-in feature. This only works on Sui. In a single atomic transaction, Guardian reads your risk ratio, cancels your orders, repays the margin pool, places reduce-only orders, and then verifies if the whole thing succeeded or none of it happens at all. That composability with DeepBook's live objects comes from Sui's object model. You cannot build this on a chain that settles one call at a time. Leverage on Sui is going to keep growing. Guardian is the layer that makes it survivable. Thank you.
Okay, I think Pei has a question for you.
Yes. So yeah, thanks. Also very interesting product. And then You said that there's a bot that automatically like rebalance, and cancel the risky order from the idle fund, right? So you also mentioned that there's a network who runs the bot for you. So first thing first, like how can I make sure that the people running the bot are actually really being efficient, right? I mean, is it actually doing the work? Because like otherwise I would lose some money, right? I mean, and then the reputation of this product might get damaged because of that. How do you guarantee that?
The only network that is being run here is the Keeper network, and the Keeper network is the network that only monitors your risk ratio and has no authority. That monitors, it just monitors and passes it to the executor, which totally runs on chain. So any manipulation or any inconsistencies that can take place have no actual authority. So that would be no actual fund loss to the users. So there is no chance of that, and the contracts are designed in a way that all your assets can only be transferred to your own wallet. So the only risk that can happen is that you are deleveraged a bit too early from a position that could have recovered. So that is a risk, but that comes with the product. Otherwise, the users might come a bit smaller but safer. But apart from that, there is no fund loss risk here.
Yeah, the reason I asked is that, for example, the Keeper network, if let's say you say a public RPC, the public RPC
Yeah.
is actually like 20 to 30 checkpoints behind the reality. So in that case, like if a flash crash happened and the public RPC it is not fast enough, and then the Keeper network is not fast enough as a consequence, right? So which means that you might need to either run your own RPC or like be a
Yeah.
validator, or it's like getting paying a premium RPC to get a faster response, right?
Yeah, exactly. Right now, we actually run the Keeper ourselves only as a server instance, but we need to grow it to the public RPC level. We have to do it later on so that it's a more reliable chain of network. And since the only incentive here is that if the execution goes through successfully, is only when the keepers and the executors get paid. So there is no chance of like some cheat or something here. So that's why we do run our own server instance, but we need to grow to the public RPC.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Any questions? Going once, going twice. All right. Thank you, Team Guardian. Next up, we have
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Team Pelagos. Victor
Hello.
Song. Hello, Victor.
I think my co-founder's trying to get in right now, but Tharoon.
Let's see. I
I
don't
don't think
think
he's a panelist
he's
right now.
on the attendees list yet. Ah, Tharoon. All right, we see him.
Yeah. Okay, great. And hope you guys are doing well. I can start once he's in. I think he's going to be sharing his screen.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Awesome.
Nice. Yeah,
What's-
and also is my audio fine, Harrison? And
Yes.
okay, great. All right. Well, I mean, ready whenever. And hey, my name is Victor, and with Tharoon, we're building Pelagos, which is the structured products layer for Sui. We're turning DeepBook's live pricing into a full desk of tradable products. So let's go ahead and set the scene. Two curves crossed very recently, and that's Kalshi and Polymarket combined monthly volume hitting over 200 billion in lifetime volume. And additionally, Sui shipped DeepBook, which is bringing institutional options pricing fully on chain. But every single prediction market contract is somewhat of the same shape, which is a binary view, which basically pays out $1 and nothing if it doesn't, which is fine for a bet, but a dead end for real capital because you can't exactly size a partial view, tranche risk, or protect principal. So here's the pattern that we realized from matured TradFi markets. Structured layer forms on top of the raw instruments, and that dwarfs everything beneath it. And on-chain, that layer barely exists. But now DeepBook is the primitive that finally makes that buildable. So here's our solution, Pelagos. We've built distribution markets, range strips, as well as volatility baskets and protected notes, which is a full suite of structured products all on Sui.
All right, so how does this work, you may ask? We're taking real bid and asks from DeepBook's own Oracle. This is one signature and this is non-custodial, so anybody can access our platform from anywhere in the world. So this is also only possible on Sui for a number of reasons. First of all, DeepBook does not exist on any other chain. Secondly, atomic transactions enable structuring multiple extremely complicated products. Dev Inspect also allows you to pull and check real-time liquidity against the Oracle, and object model is also very important since positions are owned objects. So where are we at right now and where do we envision ourselves? So right now we are working on building out the entire product on testnet and we're battle hardening it. We're already talking to market makers to quote structured products on chain and working on the pricing engine that enables all this to happen. We think that by second half of 2026 we can be live on mainnet. So why are we the right people to build this? My co-founder Victor has experience in private wealth management at Morgan Stanley and prediction market microstructure research at Impossible. And I have experience at Coinbase doing finance transformation and a stint at Jefferies doing equity sales and trading. All right, let's get straight into the app.
All right, so this is our landing page. And once again, prediction protocols give you a simple yes and no bet, but we're turning those into instruments that real trading desks can use. So distribution markets, volatility, range strips, protected notes, and also a beta feature that we're working on, baskets. Let's go ahead and jump right into the product, where we'll end up on our portfolio page. So we're using currently MUSDC instead of DUSDC, which again, the only difference right here is that DUSDC is faucet gated on testnet, while MUSDC is our own testnet dollar we can mint freely. Let's jump into our first product, which is distribution market. So instead of betting one strike, you set your own mean and standard deviation and mint the whole curve in one signature. We can take a better look at this in our advanced option, where we basically visualize all of this on a curve. Your entire view of where Bitcoin lands, single position, depth weighted. So the price is what actually trades costs, and then all settled on Sui testnet.
As you can see here, this is happening live on chain as well.
Yep. I think for sake of time, don't do trade there.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah. All right, now moving on to our next product, volatility. This enables you to take views on volatility. You can make multiple strategies across different time frames. You can see this change live on the book as well in the bottom. If you're a more advanced user, you can customize your strategies, and you can customize the number of bands where this is kind of happening. You can take a look at the vol surface, the volatility smile, the term structure, if you think there's any fundamental mispricings along the way. And, we can enter a trade as well, which we're not going to do for the sake of time. And you can also delta hedge your positions in real time. Now, moving on to our next product, we have range strips. So range strips are directional bets based on where liquidity kind of sits in the DeepBook order book. So again, we have multiple different strategies there. You can also earn yield based on, by providing liquidity and being the counterparty. And we also have protected notes, which is TradFi's equivalent of principal protected notes, where you deposit capital into a vault and, you take the principal of that and then you can market make with that. Now let's move on to our last product, baskets. So baskets are just a number of uncorrelated products. As you can see here, these are all the legs of this basket. And right now, this is very much like a demo product because there's only one oracle right now of DeepBook. We are not pulling, these are all just being pulled from like Polymarket's live feed. And, we can just basically build a basket of these uncorrelated products. And, upon resolution, these tend to, resolve at a higher percent than, closer to like whatever the market's pricing. And we also have tranche products as well that are built on top of this basket. And we aim to develop this out as more oracles come to market. And as you can see here, this is a portfolio, and you can see the live history of all the.
Okay, thank you, Team Pelagos. Any questions from the judges? Love the energy, guys. Keep it up. And moving on to Team Pips, PIPS, Pips.
Hi.
Oh,
Okay.
hello.
Hello. Can I start now?
Yes, cool lighting.
Okay. Go. Hi everyone, I am Phoebe and this is my partner Calvin. We're the founders of PV, the friendliest privacy payment platform on Sui, and we are so back with our latest innovation for the space, Pips. Ta-da! Okay, so after 8 years in the crypto space, we realized that people love predictions. And I am sure that we all have predicted where Bitcoin will go next. We get excited by the possibility of being right and winning some cash. That's why millions of people are drawn to prediction markets and trading every day. But not everyone is a good trader or market analyst. Existing, yeah. But we believe prediction can be a game anyone can play. Like imagine if Nintendo built a trading console. I feel like the existing platforms are for people already in the market. Like even if they claim they're gamified, they're not so gamey, which leaves out the billions of people who loves games and have never thought about crypto at all. So we saw the opportunity to expand the audience. Meet Pips, world's first virtual gamified trading console powered by DeepBook Predict, and today we are excited to show you what's new. Okay, currently Pips is now live on testnet with up to 3 times faster when starting and closing a round, bringing real-time experience. Now Calvin will play Pips live.
Let's go.
Currently, Pips feature 3 prediction games with 1-minute BTC market. First of all, Moonshot, our newest mode that gives you full control over your positions. Next is I Feel Lucky. This is our simplest game. You just press once and enjoy the ride. And lastly, Range, our most played games with over 300 rounds played since our submission, where players just predict a price range. Now, the games are great, but what makes them truly fun is how they feel when we're playing. That's why we've made a lot of improvements, and make it more engaging by supporting up to 4 simultaneous positions. And we also integrate a DeepBook leverage for higher payouts. Now, the game always feels alive. Next, we have also added a player card so you can show off your wins easily. We also included a referral and access code system for future go-to-market campaigns. So this is the all-improved Pips. We are so ready for mainnet. Of course, fun products still need sustainable revenue. So our monetization is quite simple. We just take a 1% platform fee and you get 20% of it automatically every time your referrals play. So yay, money! Next is Wiseway because of course, Pips only works because the infrastructure is now here. DeepBook Predict powers every prediction and Sui gives us the best user experience for moving money that allows us to just focus on building. Now, that allows us, now beyond the tech, we also personally experience how supportive the Sui ecosystem is for the builders, which gives us the confidence that we're building for the right chain. Now, since our submission, we've actually been resisting the urge to spread the word because we want to give Pips a proper launch. Yet, Pips has already seen these numbers. This gives us an early signals that the Pips who found Pips, love it and are coming back to play. That's why our focus now is not proving the idea, but it's preparing for our launch. So what's next? We are so ready to launch the second DeepBook Predict Ghost mainnet. Currently, we're preparing the partnerships with our Sui friends, and also we'll have PV integrations to support private transfers, and LeFi integration for quick deposit from any chain directly to Sui. We also have the crazy goals of having a physical Pips game console, which we hope, with the support of Sui, can realize the goal together, because I'm quite sure that it will really bring the spotlight to Sui. Now, if you haven't Pips, you can claim yours now and beat the leaderboard. Go viral by printing money or just, lose it spectacularly because we respect both. And that's it. Trade like it's a game because it is. Let's Pips. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. That was I don't know how you guys do all that animation, but very cool.
Would you want to know?
Yes. I'll have another call with you guys another time.
Okay.
Okay, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you. I always love the gaming aspect of our products, and then Wow, it's really great. And then one question on the technical side is that how do you make sure that the price are accurate? Because it's a very narrow range. Let's say I play a game, I need to watch that like line going, and then it has to be accurate, right? Otherwise, the orders I put in there will be meaningless, right? So how do you make sure that the price is actually accurate? Like, where are you getting the oracle from?
Currently we are using the Oracle from it, and also the pricing itself. We kind of combine like the current Oracle itself update like every seconds or so, but not really real time, but to make it more real time and uh accurate too, we actually combine it with Binance WebSocket. But also about the range itself, if you see the previous range, it's actually not that small just because the previous BTC movement is quite big. That's why it seems so small.
Okay, cool. Okay, sounds great. Yeah, because like we also need to subscribe to PIP, and then like I forgot what's the name they call like before they call it PIP Pro. I think they renamed it or reframe it to something else. But that one is actually very expensive. So I just want to see if like 1% of your performance fees can cover their subscription fee. But okay, good. Thank you.
Thank you.
And over to Domenico.
Yeah. Sick presentation, guys.
Thank you.
Just one quick question. So you said you get this, it's actually running and live, right? Let's say for testnet users. It's more like a technical question. Did you like experience any lags or something in terms of handling many users at the same time? And if so, what's your like tech stack at? Because I will see this like being developed in Rust, let's say for real-time settlement.
Okay, for real-time settlement gimana kalau ada banyak player bakal nge-lag gak? Kita ada ngeliat-ngeliat gak kalau banyak user yang main? Nanya.
Okay, for that, actually I tested we benchmarked it like 20 users playing at the same time, but we are planning to of course benchmark it more. But we actually put some safeguards. So I think when we are using DeepBook Predict, the often cases is when me, for example, a certain user put the positions again and again in a fast time. But yeah, we put all the safeguards and it will be all stable and no fail.
Okay. Good.
Yay.
Okay, thank you, Team Pips.
Bye.
The animation does not stop. All right, cool. All right, thank you. And next up, we have Team Skew.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, DJ.
Right. Let me share my screen. So, please. All right. Let me know when my screen is up.
All right, now I can see your screen. Please
All
begin
right.
when you're ready. Thank you.
Hey everyone, I am Dijen, and this is Q, the first prediction market with a real volatility surface built on Sui. Every prediction makes you bet yes or no. On skill, you set your strike, trade your range, get paid for being right. No coin flips. A quick background. I am a software engineer with over 5 years of experience building products in Web3 and 2 years of experience trading prediction markets. For 2 years, I have traded on these markets. Everyone told me what strike to trade, set an entry. For me, it was boring and not capital efficient. So we built skill. These are the problems every prediction market has and how skill solves them. No one else shows you the surface pricing your bet, and every other market needs a counterparty. We fix them. In the screenshot, you see real traders asking for exactly this solution. We chose Sui because DeepBook gives us the pricing engine, the best infrastructure out there, And Sui gives us ZK login, gasless transaction, and speed, which helps us to provide a new experience that turns prediction market traders into Sui natives. Prediction markets are here to stay, and they are on a massive wave. $45 billion traded in a single month. Almost none of it is on Sui yet. Skill brings that. We are grateful for the Sui community support already. The highlight for us was when Mistin, CEO, and CPU both follow Skill. Skill really feels at home on Sui. Enough of slide. Let's watch Skill live. Everything you just watched is real and on-chain. Sign in, click the live surface, interact with it, trade on it, check for arbitrage. All transactions are settled on Sui in under a second. We are live, fully operational on testnet today. The moment DeepBook predicts its mainnet, we follow. So who is Skill for? Everyone who trades. Regular traders, the gen who loves leverage, quants who want precision, institutions who are tired of yes or no markets. Skill is simple enough for every kind of traders. We earn 2% fees on every trade. That scales with volume, part of the fees we use to reward traders in the Gen arena. Beyond the hackathon, our vision is to make Skill a platform, one that any Sui app can plug into. This is just the start, and the goal of every product here is to bring new user to Sui. And that is Skill. Welcome to a new evolution of prediction markets built on Sui, built for Sui native. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Project Skew, Degen. Any questions from the judges? Questions going once, going twice. All right, thank you, Project Skew. Next up, we have Yusuku or Yosuku Cyber. Okay, I can see your screen. Please also turn on your webcam and unmute yourself.
Hey, can you see me?
Yes. Please begin when you're ready. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm starting now. Okay, so what if you could trade on X? What if you could predict just by replying to a tweet or commenting on a post? So one thing about Yusuku is consumer experience, right? We know DeepBook has solved the problem, right? They've done the research, they've done everything. So one thing we mainly focused on was the consumer experience. So we're bringing DeepBook Predict to where our consumers are at, where everyone is also bringing DeepBook Predict. So one of the places we try targeting right now is X, where you could just simply trade on X. So yesterday we launched our X feature, and the community blog, right? From it, people could just come in and trade. So this is a live demo of it yesterday. So this is what happened when people predicted yesterday. It settled their predictions and gave them their wins, all handled automatically via Nautilus. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I thought I was frozen for a moment. So the main idea behind your school is where people could essentially trade from X. They could bet via their mobile phones. So we have a mobile app, a Trade.X feature, and a website. So let me go over the website right now. So this is the website here. So people could efficiently just trade from here. They could simply just place a bet, and they could do range markets. They could do all of that on here. So we also have what we call wheel features, whereby people could just predict just like they scroll through feeds. They could just scroll. And what powers this part is the MERS. So every tweet here, every wheel here is being stored on MERS live on testnet. One thing which we used again is the messaging SDK. So under every market, once you place a bet, it's basically you get a key to basically access the room. So if I should place a bet here, I could chat on here, all powered by the messaging SDK. And we also have the end page. This is where you just use the native DeepBook vaults, whereby you just earn yields just by depositing the USDC. Then one cool feature which we are proud of is the strategies whereby every agent here lives on Nautilus, whereby you just come in and deposit the funds and the agent trades for you. So one of the ways we're going to be monetizing this is through Meanwhile, whereby every agent that's being stored on memory that's been stored on Meanwhile could efficiently trade their memories. So like this one has a tag agent memory. So people could have their memory traded or sold as an asset because they've been traded on the user's inputs. Then we have the leaderboard, whereby it tracks everyone that uses DeepBook here. Then we have the portfolio page, whereby people can just connect their X accounts and trade from X easily. Then we have, since the announcement of Yusuku, we've had over 104 unique wallets, 437 transactions, all sponsored. So one cool thing which we added for Yusuku is the payments with your normal account. So we know onboarding is one thing which we need to focus on when it comes to traditional markets. So one thing you could do is you could fund with your normal account. So this is on test mode, right? We're using Paystack to handle it. So I could just pay here and simulate success, and I'll get the USDC straight to my account. Then we also have a mobile app, and let me play the video. So this is our mobile app here. It runs on iOS and Android. So we've also received support from the SUI community. Like we got a follow from Ivan. We've got retweets from Aslan, follow from Aslan's. So people in the community the market is ripe and they really want this feature, right? We could see people requesting the features on their prediction on X, right? And we are trying to make this feature much more solid and in a way that people can actually use them. So yeah, I think that's all from my side.
Okay. Perfect timing. All right, Domenico has a question for you.
Thank you for the presentation. Very nice, by the way. Sick product. One quick question about X. So you mentioned that, let's say, you support prediction from X directly, right? First of all,
Yeah.
is it live? And how
Yeah,
is
it's
it
live
done?
actually. So how it's done, we leverage Nautilus, right? We have a keeper and agent on Nautilus, whereby every trade we create an account for them. It creates like a ledger. Each trade has its own ledger. And because of how the contract works, right? Even if it's been attacked by, let's say, a spam attack, it cannot withdraw the funds. It can only withdraw it to only your wallet, which actually has the trade. So, and I think it's one of the ways which our keeper is being placed on, whereby people don't need to claim their rewards on DeepBook. We have a keeper automatically just sign transactions and send the money to all the users, so you don't have to worry about the whole claiming process.
Okay, but what's the onboarding flow? Whoever bets, let's say, on X needs to have an account on Yosuku, right?
Yes. So what happens is it automatically creates the account for them, and they could go to Yusuku claim page. So I spent most of my night trying to add more features and do really prepare for the presentation, and I think it kind of affected how I presented Yusuku. Well, so when you trade, you can efficiently come here and just sign into your X accounts and claim your trades. So okay, this is Yusuku account here. So you can see it has linked his account, and you can just easily claim your rewards. You can see here it's been linked here. So yesterday, we launched it yesterday, and people were able to make trade without even having a Yusuka account. So let me show you what their response was. So we have this one here. He just tweeted and he got his fund. And all he had to do was to just go to Yusuku claim and sign up his wallet and withdraw the money to the connected address. It's that simple, and it binds to one wallet only. You can't rebind to multiple addresses.
Okay. I guess it works the same, let's say, to place the bets and not just claim.
Yes.
All right. Thank you. I leave the room to pay.
Cool, thank you. So yeah, more follow-up questions on this account thing. So I see you have planned to support Instagram in the future, right? So let's say I create another, like I link my Instagram account, and then does it automatically goes to the wallet that my X account is also connected?
Okay, so for now, we only support X accounts. We could roll out other social media support, but for now, X is where we are based on right now, because we know most crypto nerds are more on X, and so through them we can have a lot of users just from X alone.
Okay, so another question. So where do we store this linkage between X account and the Sui wallet? Because right now I don't think we have a support on X on the ZK login. So which means the linkage has to be stored somewhere. Is it in your database or on the blockchain?
It's on the blockchain. So we like I said before, we have a ledger for each wallet address. So each one stores on the ledger.
Cool. That eliminated a lot of concern I have. Cool, thank you.
All right. Thank you, Team Yusuku. Well, there you have it, folks. That was the last of the 38 projects to present live. So I'm just gonna share my screen again. Okay. So one more time, I want to thank our sponsors for making Overflow 2026 possible. We have Walrus, our headline partner and track sponsor. DeepBook, our sponsor for the DeepBook track. Open Zeppelin, our first prize sponsor for the DeFi and payments track. And OtterSec, the DeFi and payments track third prize sponsor. And Scalable, sponsoring all 10 university awards for teams with 50% student composition. All right, so I just want to, and then last but not least, thank all of you from more than 60 countries for participating in this annual flagship hackathon from Sui. And even if you didn't present today, it's not the end, of course. There are many opportunities, and it doesn't even have to be Sui, right? Sui has a full stack of solutions, and we hope that you guys can show in other competitions that you are more than capable of solving for problems, presenting solutions that are built using the Sui stack. All right, so next is we'll spend the next month or so judging based on your presentations today in the last 24 hours. And we'll share the final winners by the last week of August, if there are no delays. Alrighty. Well, thanks again for all of your hard work, whether you presented today or if you didn't. Amazing time. The judges, the builder growth team, we had a blast organizing this. I want to thank our integrated marketing team, Jess and Paulina, head of sponsorships, Claire, legal and finance teams, builder growth team, especially Josh and Nicole. Nicole has been the omnipresent person that's been sharing and keeping all of you participants up to date. So thank you guys for making all of this happen. I'm sure there are many more people that I'm not including in this list, but really the list it's a huge undertaking to make this happen every year. So thank you guys, organizers, sponsors, and participants, and please go celebrate. Thank you so much, and hopefully see you again soon. Take care.
Thank you.